and secure their T20 World Cup semi-final place. They're living dangerously, though, in front of talkSPORT's John Norman.
They are. They've just lost their fourth wicket. Tom Banton completely deceived by Usman Tariq. Second ball. Actually, first ball, edging behind. And so it means all eyes on Harry Brook, really. 45 not out from 23 deliveries. Pakistan have already seen off Phil Salt, Joss Buttler, Jacob Ethel and Tom Banton. Neither of those four could make it to double figures. So Harry Brook's innings, that's something of an outlier. If he goes, then England are really in trouble. But whilst he's there, it'll be Pakistan. They'll be sweating. 165 the target. England need 105 from 75 balls, and they got 6 wickets in hand.
Come what may, you can see full reaction with John and Harmy in the T20 World Cup Inquest show on the talkSPORT YouTube channel or over on talkSPORT 2 from 5:30 this afternoon. Next, as we're told, Michael Carrick is a throwback to Sir Alex Ferguson. Others are urging the club not to act in haste. The caretaker manager's doing his chances of landing the gig on a permanent basis no harm, with United looking good in fourth. talkSPORT's Simon Jordan says it's like Carrick has turned on a light switch at Old Trafford.
There is so many positives about Manchester United at this moment in time, and so there should be, because there's enough players in that team, and the Cunhas of the world and the Mbamas of the world that are coming through, that are making impacts. They're good players, and so they should.
Achraf Hakimi says accusations of rape made against him are false. The PSG right-back and captain of Morocco has posted on X to say he calmly awaits his trial and the truth will come out. Next, we're told if this gang violence in Mexico continues into March, FIFA may be forced to consider moving World Cup matches. 62 people have died in gang violence in the country since an operation killed drug lord El Mencho. And Swansea fans are getting complimentary towels tonight ahead of their championship game with Preston. Co-owner Snoop Dogg is going to be in the house for the first time, and he wants the towels twirled when he walks onto the pitch. It's a common sight in American sports, apparently. Tonight we bring you Middlesbrough-Leicester. You can hear that live over on talkSPORT 2.
talkSPORT News.
An inquiry has heard there was a warrant out for the arrest of the Nottingham attacker when he killed 3 people, and the BBC say they edited out one racial slur from the BAFTAs but missed the second. There's more from the news team at past.
talkSPORT weather with QuickFit. Get a free vehicle safety check at all of our 600 centres nationwide to keep you safe on the road. QuickFit. Drive away happy every time.
Breezy with occasional rain across the northwest. Bright this afternoon with some sunny spells.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Drive on talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein, the superstar, the legend, the jumper-wearing Darren Bent alongside me.
Darren here, by the way, Darren Bent.
Well, I just said that, Darren. You all right? Another jumper, another date?
Yeah, you know how it is.
You all right, you
Got
well?
a hoodie today, I like that.
I've worn a hoodie before.
Yeah, but you...
Zip-up hoodie, though.
I mean, yeah, hoodie's hoodie, but yeah, nice.
All right, thanks. You like the wheels?
Yeah, you have to get them in, didn't you? Nice little Jordan 4.
Yeah. By Jingo, we've got a show for you today. We'll look back on another good night for Man United as Michael Carrick remains unbeaten. Just like Man United in 2026. Just like Darren's hairdresser, out of work. We've also got a lot of boxing news to unpack in this week's The Voice as Adam Smith, joins us in the studio. We'll look for
like that. Unpack, Pac-Man.
Oh, I see. Yeah, very good. Yeah, it wasn't me. We'll also look ahead to tonight's EFL and Champions League action as Newcastle take on Qarabag with a 6-1 head start. Who would have thought that? I think Benny tipped Qarabag last week. And we'll discuss a few of these centre-forwards who are starting to find their form in the Premier League. This is Drive on talkSPORT. You can get involved, 03717 223344. And in the next 10 minutes, James Milner, record breaker. James Milner will be joining us live on Drive. A busy 3 hours coming your way with me, Andy Goldstein, and the sneaker freak that is Darren Bent.
Watch the documentary series I'm going to bring out. It'll be even better.
It will be even better. It will be even better. Just before we start, a public notice, if you want, just if people are tuning into the show, there will be, guaranteed on today's show, a bit of fun, a bit of Mickey taking as well. So if you are of a nervous disposition, or as I like to call it, Martin Keown, maybe turn off your radio and come back in 3 hours. Because there will be Mickey taking. I will take the Mickey out of everyone's team, including my own. It will, and people,
I bet you don't.
and people.
I bet you don't
like
your
you.
own.
Well, if we go pre-Michael Carrick, I will. Talking to Michael Carrick.
How pre began? The 2 games
before the 2, yeah, before the 2. Talking to Michael Carrick, another game where you can't have a haircut. In case you're joining us for the first time, you think, what's all that about? Bentley had a bet with
Leighton.
Leighton. With the listener just before Man United played Arsenal, and the bet was if Man United beat Arsenal, Bentley can't have a haircut or beard trim until Man United lose, not draw, lose.
Yeah.
And since then, of course, since Carrick's been in charge, they haven't lost a game.
No.
So another week.
No haircut.
We've got Palace at home next weekend as well. Hopefully we won't.
Was that a banker?
Pardon?
Is that
I thought you said. Well, I mean, nothing's guaranteed in football, but I'll take a home tie against Oliver Glasner's Palace to keep that bet going.
I know. I mean,
where are we at the moment?
Yeah, we're there, aren't we? It's on top of my head.
What does Mrs. Bent think about it?
It's all right. It's just one of those, isn't it? You just got to get on with it.
I just need to get to, where are we, 24th? I just want to get to 2027 before you have
2027?
I think I'd like to get to the middle of March. I think then comedy might get won't be happy. But
remember, and get a line-up, so that's nice.
Yeah, but line-up will be fine. But
yeah, no, it's fine.
I just think we're going to get big now, aren't we?
Yeah, it's fine. It's one of those. But listen, fair play Everton last night. You know what I mean? Had 37 corners. Their average height's about 6'7", and they can't get their head on any of them.
We're going to take calls on all things Man United. We can talk about it briefly now because Milner's coming on in about 4 minutes. James Milner to his friends. We'll talk about Man United.
That's his government name. So
I love that expression. Government name. United fans and Everton fans, 0371 722 3344. Dial now and we'll call you back at 5. Including, of course, Tony Bellew, who was giving it large on yesterday's show, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Goldstein, we're going to beat you, weasel. I don't think you did beat us. We smashed it to pieces by Goldstein.
I mean, the goal's lovely, by the way.
Everyone's getting a little bit excited about, they're mentioning Fergie, and I was like, you don't need to mention it. It was just a really, really nice goal.
He knows the club. As Brucey said yesterday about managers.
Well, I didn't want to pick him up on that. But
do you know what's funny? He is a weasel, you're right.
I proved that makes no difference.
Because Brucey said it yesterday, he didn't say nothing.
No, of course, because I have respect.
Knows the club.
I have respect. But I have proved beyond reasonable doubt that knowing the club counts for nothing.
I get it, but in this situation, it counts for a lot.
It doesn't. It's a coincidence.
As Steve Bruce says, captain Man United, DNA, he said that the DNA's in Michael Carrick. He's putting it out there.
Yeah, fine, but it would make no difference. Michael Carrick, when he started life at Middlesbrough, was something like, out of the first 17 games, was like 14 wins. Something like that. He didn't know the club.
No.
It makes no... Benny, we've had this a million times.
Yeah, I think that scenario... I think every scenario is different, but this one definitely helped.
No manager that's won the Premier League knew the club.
Jose.
For the first time.
Oh, no. Well,
he went back there.
It doesn't matter, so he knew the club.
No. Okay, only one manager who didn't know the club.
Yeah, okay, you're talking about
it doesn't mean anything.
Di Matteo didn't know Chelsea, was there for a long time.
Didn't win the league.
Won the Champions League.
Didn't win the league.
Yeah, but
my quote is...
Won a trophy. Zidane played at Real Madrid. 3 in a row. Champions League. Thank you.
Okay, that's 2 out of 10,000.
I'll give you 3.
Out of 10,000.
I'll get you more. But listen, I'm not going down that road again.
No, we won't.
All I'm saying is he knows the club, the DNA, and it just looks like he knows exactly what he's doing.
Shall we hear from Michael Carrick? I think we shall. He spoke to talkSPORT after the game, was asked how happy he is with how things are going.
No, it's not about me. I think it's the players have been fantastic. You know, the way they've applied themselves, the way they've invested in it, and more so tonight. I think when it's not quite coming easy and it's not quite coming not quite coming easy, I guess, and you've got to find a way. So that's the spirit, hopefully, that we've built up, and the connection between each other and the trust and that belief, and that, in the end it comes out, and then that's what you get.
Everyone's getting very excited, understandably so. United fans, even just football people, are asking the question, as they always seem to ask after every game: is he the right man for the job? I think Simon Jordan was talking yesterday morning, this morning. I've lost track of days, and he gave the right answer, which was you don't need to make a decision now. But what I will say, he's putting his case forward unbelievably well at the moment. Because you just can't back against him.
No, you can't. And fair, they're playing well. He's getting the best out of players, whether they start the games or come off the bench. You can't pick any negatives or faults in anything he's doing right now because he's getting the team selection right. It wasn't an easy game last night. Going to Goodison Park, the Hill Dickinson Stadium, to go and get a result. It's difficult. He had to use the bench. And Sesko came on and had a big impact as well. So right now everything's going rosy for him. So from his perspective, I can understand. He's probably thinking, well, do you know what? While this is up, the iron's hot and I'm managing really well, the team's playing well, I'd love to sort out the future now. So Michael Carrick's probably actively thinking, oh, I hope they give me the job now.
You've got to be thinking that, right?
Of course. But if you are the owners, you just go... Because effectively, Michael Carrick's auditioning. Not just for Man United.
What did you change there?
I added an extra on it. So
auditioning.
Yeah,
okay.
Weird. So he's auditioning, not just for Man United, but for his next job. Because Ruud van Nistelrooy, off the back of 4 games, got the Leicester job. Obviously, it was disastrous. But for Michael Carrick, I think he's a better manager. Certainly, where he's so far, he looks like I won't say he's not more accomplished, obviously, but he just looks comfortable in his surroundings. So even if he doesn't get the Manchester United job at the end of the season, he might get a really good job because people would go, well, hold on. Because I don't see how, if he goes and wins 12 out of 17, how you don't give him the job.
Yeah. I agree. All right, well, listen, we'll be doing that from 5 o'clock. So, United fans, you can dial in now. We'll take your details and we'll call you back in 50 minutes. If you want to talk all things Carrick and Man United, 03717 22 the voice of boxing, Adam Smith, will be in 20 minutes' time to talk about the latest news from the world of Fight Club. But when we come back, the record breaker that is James Milner will be live on Drive on talkSPORT after this.
Adrian, good morning.
Good morning, Adrian.
Good morning, both of you. I've been listening to the show, terrific show this morning, and I don't know how I do it either. But come on, I'm nowhere near your level of mileage.
I'm not sure, mate. I'm not sure. I think it's a close run thing. Adrian, ask the question now. I mean, are Manchester United actually quite good?
They weren't particularly good last night, I've got to say. They weren't great to watch. I mean, it wasn't a brilliant game of football, let's face it. Everton were no better, so it wasn't great. But the one moment of magic, the one real bit of quality was the goal. The ball from Cunha is fantastic. The run from Sesko, sensational. Perfectly weighted pass from Mbeumo. And the first time finish was first class. So it was a brilliant goal. And just one brilliant moment, but that's all they needed. Sometimes when you're not playing well and you do that, it's fantastic, and they got the 3 points. For United, it was a bit of a throwback goal, I found. I said this last night on the show. This was, United playing on the counter, winning on the counter, scoring on the counter, and this in certain times in Sir Alex Ferguson's reign, that's exactly what Manchester United did. So it was a throwback. Carrick understands the DNA, so there's a lot of positivity right now. Even if they don't quite get it right, Man United, they still managed to pull it out of the fire. So yeah, all is positive right now.
But Adrian, should we be shocked at what Manchester United are doing? I mean, Mbeumo, 71 million, Sesko, 67 million, Cunha, 63 million, all involved in that goal. That's what they should be doing, shouldn't they, for the money that's been spent on them?
A bit of Bruce Springsteen, love it. Sharp on talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. Is it Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Still to come? Yes. We'll be joined by the voice of boxing, Adam Smith. We know, Jack, we were joking.
What do you say down your ear?
Prince. It's Prince, not Michael Jackson. We're joking, Jack. God,
What's wrong with it?
I don't know.
Jack.
Just quickly, Man United reportedly interested. This is not true. Is it true?
Gareth Southgate.
Man United reportedly interested in re-signing Scott McTominay from Napoli. That can't be true.
Why not? Would you take him back though?
Yes, but we can't keep signing players we let go. It's insane. We'll speak to record breaker James Milner in just a moment, but first, England are currently in World Cup T20 action against Pakistan. John Norman is with him for talkSPORT. Johnny?
Good afternoon, guys. An incredible innings from Harry Brook is just turning this match on its head. Nobody else in the England innings can lay bat on ball, but Harry Brook is 72 not out from 35, 3 sixes and 8 fours in his innings, a strike rate of 200. All of this after he promoted himself up to 3 in the order. Harmy's been calling for this for some time, and it is paying off today because England were out of this contest when Tom Banton was dismissed cheaply. 58 for 4 at that stage, and Harry Brook has just flicked a switch. He's going at Pakistan, who look absolutely shell-shocked by what's going on. Still a bit to do, 64 needed from 53, but if Brook's still there in 2 or 3 overs, England will pretty much be home. 101 for 4 England, chasing 165.
Thank you, John. More on that a bit later on. Right, time now to be joined live on Drive by this superstar.
Yes, it's finished. Brentford 0, Brighton 2 on the day that James Milner became the all-time record Premier League appearance maker. He's helped the Seagulls to a precious 3 points, both goals, but James Milner will take all the headlines. He's being embraced by his teammates on the back of that record-breaking appearance.
Yes, Premier League's all-time record appearance maker James Milner is with us live on Drive, and we can say good afternoon to him now. James, how you doing?
Yeah, good, you?
I'm good. I'm very well. Thanks so much for coming on. If people are watching on YouTube, they can see you there. Obviously, you've just had a bit of training. Would that be fair?
Yeah, trained this morning, bit of gym and treatment and stuff, and then done a bit of media before this.
Okay. Well, listen, thanks so much for your time. I understand we've got you for the next 4 hours. Is that right?
Whatever you need, I'm told.
Right, I'm going to try. Me and Benny are going to try and ask you questions that no one's asked because I'm guessing it's quite boring answering the same questions. So my question is to do with when you broke the record for the first time. Do you get anything? Do you get like a Premier League like gold cap or key to the city, or did Nando's give you a gold card or anything like that?
I've just been handed 3 Guinness.
Oh, it's frozen.
World record things actually.
Oh, James,
just this moment. So that was one thing I got.
James, it froze, and all we heard was you say that was one thing I got. So, can you answer the question again? I do apologise. What did you get?
3 Guinness World Record. Presentation thing. It was. Yeah, I've just had it now. So.
Oh, but you don't get anything genuinely from the Premier League. They don't give you a trophy or cap or anything like that.
Yeah, I think at the weekend, I believe the weekend, the Premier League are going to do something, but I haven't had it as of yet. So,
Millie, when did you think the record was on? Did you even think about it? Because I'm guessing back when you started back in 2002, which it is a long time ago, that you'd be able to break this record. When did it become apparent that you think, hold on, there's a chance I could break it?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe a few years ago, but it's not something honestly that's ever really been in my mind. I just keep playing and trying to contribute where I can with my team, and get asked about it a lot, obviously in interviews over the last few years, and people mention it and stuff. But for me, that's not really something that's been at the forefront of my mind. It was something that's a possibility and something that might be nice if you get there, but I've always just wanted to keep playing football and trying to help the team however I can. And if those sorts of things come along, then fine. But that's Bentley, you've played with me. It's always trying to do what you can for the team and trying to get the wins on the board, really, which was the biggest thing about the weekend. We were so desperate to get that win and the 3 points. So it turned it into a great day that we managed to do that.
I don't know you well enough to call you Millie, so I'll stay with James. Do you have aspirations or plans to continue playing for as long as possible? I think, don't quote me on it, I think it was Wayne Rooney on Match of the Day at the weekend, I might have got that wrong, said that he thinks you can carry on for at least another 2 years.
Yeah, that's nice of Wazza to say that from his chair where he's chilling. But who knows? I think things change very quickly in football, and it was only last year that I couldn't lift my foot for 6 months. So things change quickly in football anyway, especially when you get a bit older. So I'm just taking it each week as it comes, and like I say, training as hard as I can and trying to push the team. And it's been nice that I've managed to get some decent minutes the last few weeks and hopefully contributed a bit there. And that's one.
I'm sure you're aware of it that Ronaldo's 41. You got any aspirations to go to the World Cup or not? Have you spoke to the manager?
No, he hasn't spoken to me yet. I'm just waiting on a message, to be honest. I had a few messages over the weekend, but I didn't get one from him, unfortunately.
Okay. Have you officially retired from the national team yet?
Yeah, it was quite a while ago, actually. I think I was 30 maybe when I retired from England.
Okay.
Wow.
Which, to be fair, I probably wouldn't be playing now if I was still playing for England, because the shift of obviously going away every 6 weeks with the national team, the toll it takes on you. Like Hendo's obviously still doing that, which is incredible. Done it for so long on such a big part of the England setup still. So, he's doing an amazing job there.
Millie, has the training regime changed for you much? Because whenever I used to speak to some of your old teammates, people like Jordan, they'd always say, or Jolien, they'd always say that when it comes to pre-season and fitness tests, you'd always win it. But obviously you are getting on an age in terms of you are one of the senior players in the dressing room. Has your training regimes changed, which has allowed you to get to this point? Because as you said there, record appearance maker in the Premier League, you're 40 years old. Has it changed much?
Yeah, not so much the gym stuff and that. That's maybe even increased actually before and after training and stuff. But in terms of on the pitch, I always used to love to do extras after training. Obviously, when you get a bit older, you got a bit more careful about that sort of thing. I might get managed the odd day in training in the week occasionally now and things like that. And obviously, the game's the most important thing. So that's been frustrating at times, and don't always get allowed to do the running drills in pre-season, which, again, you feel like you're cheating the boys a bit when you see them suffering and you're waiting for the next drill to start. So that's something that I'm not a big fan of. But, I can still get around the field and my stats are still pretty good in terms of the game. But you have to be sensible a bit more in terms of your training week and the distances you covered and be managed a bit, which, as you can imagine, I don't really like too much. But ultimately, it's about the games and being ready for the games.
It's interesting, Bent, you said you're one of the senior players in the dressing room because you're one of the senior people in the dressing room. You're, I think I'm right in saying, 7 years older than the manager, Fabian Hertzler. How does that dynamic work? And also, have you had any thoughts about life after you retire? Would you like to get into management?
Yeah, I think starting with the gaffer first, I think he gets the balance fantastic in terms of speaking to the senior boys, Dunkey and Welbs and myself, and taking our thoughts on board. But he's a very strong character, and it's very clear he's the manager and he's going to make the decisions. But I think he's got a great gift for listening to people around him and getting as much information as he can to help along with that. And I think he's done a great job in the time he's been here. And obviously it's not always the easiest place to be in terms of the amount of change we have in the dressing room every season. You look at the quality that's left the club over the last few years and the talent that they keep bringing in, the young players. That takes time to get those players up to, how to play in the Premier League. They're coming from all over the world and very young guys. So it's such a tough place to be a manager as well. I think he's done a great job and probably not quite had the luck we deserved in recent times, but and the results show that. But it is a results business, and hopefully we can keep pushing and turn that around and get the results we want. But in terms of myself, I've done my badges and things like that, and some days I think it's a really good idea, and other days you see people getting a new contract and managers getting sacked 6 weeks later and things like that. That doesn't look too appealing, and you see the stress those guys have and the amount of media they have to do and the responsibility to take on it is a very difficult job, which, again, it does appeal to me because it is so difficult. So it's something you think, I could do that. I'll show you. But I think Jurgen Klopp always said to me, whenever you finish, it's important you have a rest first and foremost when you've been 100 mile an hour for as long as I have. So I think whenever that happens, that'll be the first port of call, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Millie, I've always wondered this because, listen, again, you've been around for such a long time. Have you almost enjoyed the transition? Because, of course, you started roughly the same time I started in terms of pre-season was basically you run till you drop. There was not really a lot of data. But obviously, the longer we've been going over, you've been going, we've seen VAR be introduced, we've seen the red zone, all this technology introduced into football. Do you like that, or do you prefer how it was, or is it one of those where it's all part and parcel, and do you expect it to go even further?
I'm a bit in between, mate, to be honest. I think, like I say, when we started, you didn't see the balls for the first 2 weeks, did you? It was trainers only. And then the balls come out after 2 weeks, and you had your fitness base. But on the other hand, players didn't really do too much in the off-season either. So you needed those 2 weeks to get some players back to neutral and into half-decent shape again. So I think, like everything, I think in moderation things are great, and the data and the stats and things like that, there's great use for them. But then at other times, you see things with your eyes, you feel it. If players are getting pulled out because they've done 6 kilometres in training, but they feel fine and they can do more, and it's a fine line, and I think it's just how you use the data. Probably the same with VAR as well. In that aspect, it's a great tool, but it's how can we use it and not affect the game really as much.
Let me ask you one final question. We've got to let you go in just a moment. I noticed that Fabian Hertz had decided to opt for experience on Saturday in that win against Brentford. Yourself, Pascal Gross, Danny Welbeck, Lewis Dunk all started. How important do you think experience is at the moment in Premier League football? And the reason I ask that is because you've got Man City and Arsenal going head-to-head. And, of course, Man City have got experienced players that know what it's like to win the Premier League. And Arsenal, predominantly don't really pick players over 30. How key could that be when we come down to the final few weeks, do you think, of the Premier League season?
Yeah, I think it's important in any dressing room, really, whatever situation you're in. I think it always helps when you've players who have been through things before. You've seen certain situations in games, you've seen certain situations in title run-ins. When things getting a bit crazy on the outside of the dressing room and there's a lot of hype, but there's still 12 games to go. People dramatising results where you might have played well and not quite got the win you need, and it's only a draw and it's the end of the world. I think people who have been through those experiences definitely help, and it's, again, getting that balance right. If you have a team of players over 35, that's obviously not going to be the best thing either, but I think it is important to have those guys who have been through it and seen it before and can marshal you've got 23, 25 guys in a dressing room who are all different personalities, who have different experiences and things like that, and people all react to things in different ways. So I think, like you say, when you have those experienced guys, they can steer the dressing room in the right way and know when it's time to push, know when it's time to have a couple of days off, and know how to take a result or control the narrative within the dressing room when things are being said and narratives are being formed outside the dressing room.
Okay, last question, one word answer. Who wins the Premier League this season?
City.
Okay. The Spurs go down. No, I won't put you under pressure. Thank you, James. What a pleasure it is to have you on our show. We get very excited when any sports people come on our show, even more so when they're Premier League players that are still active in the game. And you are, without a doubt, more than just an active player. Congratulations on a fantastic world record, and good luck for the rest of your career, be that this season, next season, or the next 5 or 10. Really, really appreciate your time, James. Thank you so much, and thank everyone at Brighton as well for us.
Cheers, Millie. Thank you.
Cheers. Can't wait to get booed against Arsenal next week.
How nice is that?
Yeah. What that you got him to get booed?
Yeah. No, how nice is that though? That he comes on the club allow. I know, of course, he's broken the record. You know him. I've never met him before. Yeah. What a lovely fella he is.
Yeah, he's nice. But obviously, Brighton, we know we've got a good connection with the football club.
Yeah.
Do things the right way. Always, obviously, give us interviews. Remember, they're giving us interviews with players on match days.
Yeah. Well, they've invited us down to the ground.
Exactly.
They've been one of the best clubs we've actually dealt with. They're great.
6-4-5 though. I mean,
but when I wasn't, maybe I was slightly tongue in cheek when I went the next 2, 3, 5, or even 10.
Could be 5 years.
It could easily be 5 years. He looks fit as a fiddle, right?
It says here, I mean, I know we've got to go to a break, but it was saying something here that he learnt to speak Spanish. Did you know this? So he learnt to speak Spanish in 2019, and he only spoke to his children in Spanish, so they got the language. That is unbelievable that he did that.
That is unbelievable. Or should I say, see. When we come back, we'll be talking boxing with the voice himself, Adam Smith will be live on Drive on talkSPORT right after this. You may have seen it on social media. But I, like quite a few of you out there, actually woke up this morning to the sound of a big old baby crying.
It was very interesting. The likes of Goldstein and people on these channels, other channels, diving in, ridiculing, loving it when other people don't do well. That's too far.
No, that's not true.
It is true.
That's not true. I mean,
100%
that's not true. I'm not going to defend Andy Goldstein because it's not in my interest. Or I have any.
Andy, play this later. But if you want to be a good presenter and you want to go to the next level, don't take fun from other people losing their demise.
I'm not sure you need to lecture people about how they conduct themselves, Martin. But the fact is that you have no objectivity. So the reasons why you catch shrapnel is because you lack objectivity. If you are very subjective about situations, you become very defensive of it. No one's got any agenda against Arsenal. Nobody in this studio.
Well, that's where you're wrong. That's naive. Who's naive now? I was talking about somebody who works on this for this network, who for me takes fun.
So basically, your problem was with Andy Goldstein.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Well, anyway, your manager.
Right. I'll put my glasses on so I can read. Firstly, Keown, it's Mr. Goldstein to you, moaning. Martin Keown moaning like he's been bitten on the backside by Win the Dog. Let me just remind you, Martin Keown, Arsenal just beat the worst Spurs team ever, and you're screaming about it. A few days ago, you drew with bottom-place Wolves, and the so-called invincible Martin Keown, by the way, started just 3 games that season, 2 more than David Bentley, so calm down, starts crying like a tiny baby version of Kevin Keegan.
Michael Carrick strengthened his case to the United hierarchy to get the manager's gig on a permanent basis. Victory at Everton means his side have a 3-point cushion in 4th place. talkSPORT's Simon Jordan says there are so many positives about the club at this moment in time.
This is like Martin O'Neill going into Celtic. It's like turning a light switch on. It can't be that easy. Or can it be that other people make it so difficult? It's that old expression, is it BS baffles brains? And sometimes managers overthinking it, becoming ideologues and trying to win battles. Your job is to win football matches, not to win battles.
United host Palace next. Now, Achraf Hakimi says accusations of rape made against him are false, and the PSG right-back and Morocco captain will calmly await his trial, which he calls unfair. We're told if this gang violence in Mexico continues into March, FIFA may be forced to consider moving World Cup matches. Here's our reporter, Ben Jacobs.
If it goes away and then calms down, which is what everyone's focused on, the feeling is that it would be unlikely to return come summer because actually the World Cup would benefit those that are currently involved.
62 people have died in gang violence since an operation killed Mexican drug lord El Mencho. And Swansea fans are getting complimentary towels tonight ahead of their game with Preston. Co-owner Snoop Dogg is in town for it and wants them twirled when he gets into the ground. The towel twirl is common in American sports.
Driver talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein, Darren Bent alongside. In a moment, we'll say hello to Adam Smith and talk boxing. But first, it's time for this.
Paddy Power on talkSPORT. With Paddy's Super Sub, your new bet rolls over to the new player coming on. T's and C's and exclusions apply. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
Yes, time now for today's bet builder with the friends at Paddy Power. We've not spoken to Fern Buckley for months and months and months and years, but I'm delighted to say that ends today because she joins us to talk about a huge game in the Champions League as Newcastle take on Qarabag. Fern Buckley, hello.
My darlings, how are you?
How are you? Where are you? You look like you're in a toilet. Where are you?
I'm on the toilet, yeah, that's definitely where I am right now.
How have you been? We haven't spoken to you for ages. You well?
I know. You must have told them not to put me on this show anymore. I'm always on H&J. It's harsh, really, but, you know, I missed you guys.
What surprises me most about that is H&J still on air. I didn't know. Is it? It is, okay. Right, listen, we've got lots to talk to you about. Before we talk about our runners and riders, can you explain the Bet Builder and also, fingers crossed, the charity that may benefit if we get this right?
Yeah, we all made some picks across different markets, added them together to get some overall value. Paddy Power had then put a £10 bet down, hoping we get it right, because it all goes to the Attitude Foundation.
Right, it's a 5-leg Bet Builder. These are our picks. I've gone for Anthony Gordon to score any time.
Yeah, that'd be a good way to celebrate his birthday. He's 25 today, so happy birthday to him. He's on some solid form, though, at the moment, especially in this competition. He's got the 4 goals out of the 6 in the first leg. For him to score any time, isn't it? 4-6. He's a super sub as well.
Ben, you're up next.
I've gone for over 2.5 goals in the game, please, Fern.
Qarabağ's last 4 Champions League matches have produced a whopping 24 goals, while over 2.5 goals has been a winning bet in Newcastle's last 7 games. So you think of that, add to that, Newcastle haven't kept a clean sheet in their last 9 in all competitions. So over 2.5, that's in at 1-5 on Paddy Power.
Next up is producer Joe. He's gone for Joe Willock to commit 1 or more fouls.
Committed 1 during his 68 minutes in the first leg. Then at the weekend got another warning, another yellow for his defensive work against City. A Willock foul is on at 1-16. He's another super sub as well.
3 down, 2 to go. The people have gone for Newcastle to win the game.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it? They've won 3 of their last 4 matches. Meanwhile, Qarabağ, they've lost 5 of their last 8, so they're thinking like that. And in those as well, they've been conceding at least 2 goals. So although it's going to be a really heavily rotated 11 for Newcastle, considering how many players are out injured at the moment, they're going to muster something up that people think, and that's in at 1-9.
And you is last. What are you going for?
I is last. I've gone for Dan Burn over 1 or more shots on target. He managed to get 2 in the first leg. He's going to be the main point of concern as well from set pieces in this match with Malik Chow suspended for the game. So I think 1 shot on target will be good for him. That's at 9-4.
Before you go, can you confirm the Bet Builder odds and the insurance and the value of the charity bet, please?
Yeah, all comes in at just over 4-1. So from a £10 bet, you can get a return of £50 this evening. And if we get it right, all that money goes to the Attitude Foundation, who do wonderful work with the LGBT community.
Fern, thank you for joining us live from Cubicle 2.
Miss you guys.
Very kind of you.
We miss you too.
Oh, there you go. Perfect timing. There you go. We'll speak to you in a minute. That's Paddy Power's Bet Builder for today. Minimum odds 1-5, 18 plus. BeGamblerWare.org.
Paddy Power on talkSPORT. With Paddy's Super Sub, your new bet rolls over to the new player coming on. T's and C's and exclusions apply. 18 plus. BeGamblerWare.org.
When you gotta go, you gotta go. Yes, it's time now to speak to the voice of boxing. Yes, we won't play. Do you want to play it? You want to hear the lift off? I'll just press the other button, Jack.
There's a real feeling that this is the best versus the best.
White's lost control. White has lost control completely.
How many more do you want?
This is The Voice.
We've got lots to get through, but first, how are you? Boxing aside, how are you?
I'm good. Kids were off for half term. Now they're all back. Yeah, my eldest at university.
Yeah, that's enough. We don't care.
Warrington in Nottingham. My son's doing mock A-levels, and my little one's she's a vibrant, independent, bit of a nightmare.
Do they all talk like you? Like, have you got homework? I've got homework. We've got geography, a strong subject that goes up against history. Been around for years. Does it do like that?
Not really. Not really. They're very different.
Right, we're good. We've got lots to talk.
I'll bring them in.
I'd love it if they were like that.
Yeah.
What you did?
Hi, Andy.
Playing with marbles. Marbles, fantastic, round, spherical object. Right, let's start with the big news.
They don't care what I do.
Of course they do. They love their dad. Conor Benn has walked away from Matchroom.
He has.
Now, everyone we speak to, some people use the word scumbag, others don't, but they all allude to the fact that A, they didn't see it coming, and B, it's just the wrong thing to do. What do you make of it?
It was a stunner, wasn't it? I was just doing some commentary prep on Friday night in Nottingham before Warrington 2, and get the news. I said to my producer cameraman from The Voice of Boxing, Andy Levada, I said to him on the Wednesday night when we were at the 5-year extension for DAZN and Matchroom, I said, where's Conor? So I didn't think that would happen, but I thought, I wonder why he wasn't there on such a big occasion. Obviously, Eddie knew by then. The rest of the world didn't. Look, it was a massive piece of news. And I guess Look, for me, fighters are everything in this business. Okay, it's a short career and they've got to do what's best for them. They're the reasons why we, the broadcasters, why the promoters, the managers, the trainers are in this sport, because of the fighters. Okay, so they've got to do the best for their careers. However, Conor Benn was like family to Matchroom. They put their reputation, their business, a lot of their stake on him at some very difficult times, and it was a huge relationship. So for me, I think it's the manner. I think it's just the way it happened. Don't blame Conor or any fighter from trying to get the best deal, but Matchroom had done so much for Conor. It wasn't just Eddie and Frank Smith who put their neck on the lines. It was the entire Matchroom team, stable, the guys and girls in the background, and they were devastated at the weekend. They were really, really upset with what had happened. But that's boxing. That's the business we work in. It's unpredictable. It's compelling. And there's always something happening.
Smudge, the thing I don't quite understand is, and maybe you can explain it a bit more to me, is for a one-fight deal, right? Is that correct, this deal?
This is what we're told.
If it's one fight, why can't he then go back to Matchroom after that?
Well, it seems odd, doesn't it? And also in Conor's announcement, he did put a bit in there about how he still wants Eddie as part of his team, which seems strange if he's now with Zuffa and Dana White and the rivals and the fat ones on Paramount and DAZN. And it's... Look, I mean, Conor's obviously taken big money. He went over to see Shakur Stevenson, schooled Teofimo Lopez. He got in the ring afterwards. Eddie was trying to hold him back a little bit, give Shakur his moment, but Conor didn't want it. And I think that he's bang in the middle of it now, right? And Conor Benn wants the big fights. I think Eddie could have got him the big fights, but it seems like he's gone to Zuffa. Andy Ruiz has gone to Zuffa as well. The plot thickens. Who's next?
Well, we know what is next, and that's a fight a lot of people weren't that excited about after Mayweather and Pacquiao fought. I wasn't that excited when I saw it. Now it's happening again. They're both, I think, picking up their bus pass. And was it announced last night? It's going to be in Las Vegas on September the 19th, live on Netflix.
Yep.
What have you made of this announcement?
Look, Mayweather-Pacquiao took so long to make. I was at Sky at the time. We got the deal. And look, they could have had 3 fights by the time that was finally announced, and that was almost a decade ago. An amazing build-up. Insane, really, the amount of people that were there, the private jets flying into Vegas. It was an incredible weekend. But, of course, the fight didn't live up to expectations first time around. Mayweather wins. Pacquiao had the sort of shoulder injury, but as I said, he could have had a trilogy by then. Now, years and years later, they meet. Look, they are so far from what they once were. It's a difficult one, but they are massive names. It's happy birthday to Floyd today, 49, 50-0. Pacquiao had that fight with Barrios and looked all right, I suppose, at this stage of his life, I think at 47. So, look, people will tune in.
It's a proper fight, right? It's not an exhibition.
It's a proper fight.
What's the winner get?
It's a rematch.
Does the winner get a shot at world title? Is that why they're doing it?
I mean, he had a shot, Manny Pacquiao, against Barrios.
He drew, didn't he?
For the WBC title. He drew, and it wasn't a bad performance, actually, all things considered, but he'd come out of... Look, I like to remember fighters at their peak, and I think Floyd Mayweather, for me, is the greatest boxer I've seen covered, live, commentated on, and also live in a gym. I mean, I was around when Roy Jones was at his peak, Oscar De La Hoya, some great Miguel Cotto, some great names over there, the likes of Barrera, Morales back here, the Calzaghes, the Nazis, but Mayweather still, to this day, is the best I've ever seen in a gym and ever seen live commentated on when he was at his peak. But that's a long, long time ago. And Manny Pacquiao, wonderful fighter, multi-weight world champion, loved covering his career, but it's so long since that time. But they're 2 enormous names. It's on Netflix, and people will tune in September, won't they?
Do you think?
Are you excited?
Yeah, I can't wait for it. I mean, listen, both these guys are on my Mount Rushmore in terms of boxers ever. But
you're a massive boxing fan, Darren.
Yeah.
Do you not think it's way too late?
Yeah, it is way too late, but I still got excited when I saw the announcement. I mean, I put it in the group last night.
Yes.
But I almost feel like Floyd's taking more of a risk than Manny, because Manny fought last year and looked all right.
Yep.
We don't know what Floyd's... I mean,
he's had these exhibition fights. He's always in
but
shape.
I think Pacquiao might win this.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I think Mayweather just believes he's just the better fighter. I thought Mayweather would win first time around. Now, I suppose there's that curiosity, but both nearly 50. That's hard.
Yeah.
We will carry on our boxing chat in just a moment. I've got a long read with boxers' names in that I'm probably going to get wrong. So if you don't mind just staying there. Don't forget this Saturday night, Owen Cooper, E.T., and Ursu. Yeah?
Good fight.
Cool. Fight for the vacant British and Commonwealth welterweight title live from Derby, and later that evening from Arizona, 2 Mexican world champions.
Here we go.
Emmanuel Navarrete.
Navarrete, yeah.
Yeah, that one. And Sugar Nunez.
Very good.
Clash in a massive super featherweight unification. It is showdown. Thank you. Watch all these fights only on DAZN.
Boxing update on talkSPORT with DAZN, the global home of boxing. Sign up now at dazn.com/boxing.
What if they finish 20 points behind second?
Oh, well, then that's different. But
Well, that's what I'm saying.
yeah, but you know, they've had unbelievable run if they finish third and they lose the last 4 games.
That's what I mean. All of a sudden, Villa could fall off a cliff. Chelsea could. Liverpool could.
honestly,
No, look, if you don't like the answer, don't ask the question. I think that conversation needs to be a place because depends who comes available, right? Depends who comes available in that. We don't know what might happen. I'm just saying.
Let's go to Bob. He's a Man United fan. Bob.
All right, Blob.
All right, boys.
All right, matey.
I normally come on here bashing United, and this is music to talkSPORT's ears.
What do you mean?
Right, Sesko, what a player. No one's talking about this. He's Ruud van Nistelrooy in the making. And I tell you what's going to happen. You know, like when Ronaldo come back to United and Cavani give the number 7 shirt back over, well, Mason Mount is going to hand-deliver that number 7 to Sesko. Now, I find it insulting that before I come on, there was a presenter saying a £200 million goal. If Manchester City scored a goal or Arsenal, money wouldn't be mentioned. So that's an insult.
No, I don't think it is. No. I think it's no. I think it's a good point worth making because all 3 of those players were signed in the summer and they've all underperformed really. But that pass from Cunha into Mbuemo and into Sesko, that was a brilliantly executed and taken goal. I don't know where you're getting all touchy.
I don't know. Mbumo's played great all season. Yeah. Sesko had a bit of a slow start, right? And now I'm seeing what can be made. The one-on-one with the goalkeeper, Ruud van Nistelrooy would have put that up to bed.
Driver talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent, alongside still to come. We'll be asking if it's time for Man United to give Michael Carrick the deal. 03717 223344. We're doing Man United in 9 minutes time from 5 o'clock. I'm looking at my switchboard, empty. So that means if you dial up, you'll be first. The first cab off the rank if you want to talk all things Man United. 03717 223344. The voice of boxing, Adam Smith, is still with us in the studio. Smudger, Ryan Garcia was in action over the weekend. Secured his first major title with a unanimous decision over Mario Barrios to become WBC welterweight champion. Yep. What did you make of that fight? The right decision, obviously.
Oh yeah, he boxed really well.
And are you stunned it's taken him this? I know he's had his ups and downs and quite a lot of downs as well. Yeah. But are you surprised it's taken Ryan Garcia this long to become world champion?
I am, but I'm glad he has. He's fought back from difficult situations and. He served his time out and he's come back. He's got incredible hand speed, wonderful skills. I was a bit disappointed with Barrios, to be honest. But I thought Ryan boxed really, really well. It was a starry performance. He's the world champion at welterweight, going along with some other fantastic names. Rolly Romero, we know that Devon Haney is maybe the man to beat there, and Conor Benn will want one of those big fights. I like Conor Benn and Ryan Garcia. Josh Kelly will want to try and get in the mix as well, having won the world title at super lightweight. I mean, it's a very, very interesting time. Super welterweight, sorry. Very, very interesting time. And I think that there's some big fights to be made. But yeah, Ryan Garcia, beautiful performance. And he's box office, isn't he?
You know, Smudge, I mean, Mario Barrios, again, he fought Pacquiao, right?
Yeah.
And then drew. So I looked at that fight and thought, maybe he's not as good as I thought he was. But it's Conor Benn, do you think, at this level? I know he's had two good fights where he lost the first one to Eubank, then he won the rematch. But do you think he's in the mix with these type of fighters?
He's got to be in the mix, and he's coming down to welterweight. I mean, he's fought at middleweight against Eubank a couple of times, and I think he said he'll even go up to super middleweight. So Conor fluctuates, but I think his natural weight is welter or just above, and so he's got to be up there, right? He's only lost one fight to Eubank, and he's going to take his opportunities. Now he's with Zuffa, so maybe they'll make that. Shakur Stevenson, of course, as well. So there's just so many big fights to be made in the States, and we look forward to seeing what happens or whether Conor can become a world champion.
Do you think he can?
Welterweight. I think he can. I think it's going to be tough. I think some tough fights there, really tough.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, Conor Benn will always be an exciting fight, and he'll bring the energy, and he believes in himself, and he believes in himself 100%. So, but the one I want to see is him and Garcia, because I think the build-up will be phenomenal, and I think it'll be a great match-up between the skill of Garcia and the speed and the tenacity and the strength and the belief of Conor Benn. I mean, and he's exciting and he can punch.
A quick word, we've only got about 3 minutes left. Quick word about a fight from the weekend. Lee Wood outpointed Josh Warrington again. Talk us through the fight, and afterwards they both suggested that will be it from the two of them. Do you believe that? Is that a shame if that is the case?
Well, Josh boxed really well first time round. Lee Wood stopped him in the seventh. I think most people thought it would be either Warrington on points or Wood by stoppage, but Lee controlled it pretty much from start to finish. Josh, I spoke to him in the early hours of Sunday morning in his dressing room. He just couldn't. He couldn't get the timing. He couldn't get the shots off. It's that frustrating thing when the head says one thing and the body says another. So I think his dad asked him to retire afterwards, and he's going to take his time, Josh Warrington. But yeah, I think he's had his day. He's been a phenomenal fighter, a British boxing legend, as has Lee Wood. And Lee just had a little bit more in the locker. I thought it was a good performance from Lee Wood. Whether he'll go out as well, they could both retire, but I think Lee might be tempted with one more, possibly at Forest, which would be interesting, and maybe a rematch with Michael Conlon or something like that. But it was an amazing atmosphere, incredible night in Nottingham, and if this is goodbye to both of them, thank you very much for the memories. I believe that Josh probably will hang the gloves up. We'll wait and see, but he's been amazing for boxing, and such a great down-to-earth lad. Same with Lee Wood. And both of them showed lots of respect afterwards, which was good to see after the needle beforehand.
Yeah, it was a good fight. I like that fight. But Smudge, we've got some big fights obviously coming up.
Oh, can I ask before we do that? Because we've only got. Is there one particular one? Because I want to ask Smudge about Usyk.
Well, the Moses Atoma fight.
Yeah, Moses was there supporting Lee Wood at the weekend. He's got Jermaine Franklin March the 28th. Wilder Chisora, of course. Fury, Makhmedov, Fabio Wardy, Daniel Dubois. Press conference tomorrow. What a fight that is on May the 9th for the WBO crown. It's huge, the amounts of boxing coming out this week. It's Derby. In a couple of weeks' time, we're in Ireland for a Kakachin Dickens. That's a great fight. So, yeah, really, really exciting. Usyk, you want to ask about Usyk? I love Usyk.
45 seconds. We were having this debate, Benty and I.
Usyk's wonderful.
He is. And Adi Oladipo sided with Benty when I said Usyk wouldn't get in my top 5 heavyweights of all time.
So who's your top 5?
Well, in no particular order, Ali, Joe Louis, Rocky Marciano, George Foreman, Lennox Lewis. I mean, there's 5 there, right?
Yeah, of course. And you're going to debate across the generations. Ali, the greatest sports.
Hold on. Does he get in your top 5? Because we haven't got time, but does he?
Usyk, I think he can compete with any of those. Possibly just on the fringes. I think it's difficult to go. Jack Dempsey as well, you forgot. Joe Louis.
Jack Johnson.
Ali, Jack Johnson. It's difficult to compare eras. But I think Usyk would have given Ali a really interesting fight. I think Lennox might have beaten Usyk.
Okay, so you agree with me?
No, I think he might have got... I think top 5 for me. I think certainly, if you're looking at cruiserweight and heavyweight, what he's done... He's in the top 5 fighters or top 10 fighters
just put down
probably of all time.
Undecided. Rather than a result, yeah.
I love Alexander Usyk.
We love you, Smudge. Thanks for coming in. Always a pleasure. We'll see you next Tuesday. Have a wonderful week.
Always a pleasure.
God bless. We'll see you soon. When we come back, we're talking all things Manchester United. You can have your say on Michael Carrick. Yay or nay? Or is it too early? Either way, I want to hear from you. 03717 22 33 44.
And that's when you can find a way to make decisions, because ultimately you're seeing the best version of Michael Carrick, you're seeing the best version of Man United against what you've seen before. And the previous caller was right. It makes other people look poor.
But what you do have with Michael Carrick is you have a frame of reference, don't you, Liam, who's just phoned us? And the frame of reference is the fact that, hey, he's doing very well at the moment, coming into a difficult situation. He has managed a club in Middlesbrough in the league before, but also he knows what it's like to play in Manchester United's greatest teams. He's been part of that. He knows what it's like to win the Champions League wearing that red shirt, to walk down that tunnel and onto that pitch. He understands that weight of expectation that comes with being the Manchester United boss, Liam.
Hi, yes, it does. Great show as always. Simon, I think you're amazing.
Oh, that's very kind. Thank you.
Like I say, Michael Carrick should be judged on results, and so far he's got five wins out of 6. Hopefully that continues this season. If that continues, I think he should get like a year's contract just to see how he does for a full season with Champions League football. Then obviously, hopefully we can build on that. Like the previous caller said, we don't want to jump into any rash decisions, making knee-jerk signings, this, that and the other, like we've done previous. So it would be good to see how it does for a full season rather than just maybe 3 seasons, then it fall in at first hurdle after 6-10 matches and then sacking him again. This doesn't seem right. So I think try and see how we get on for the rest of the season, because it is a results-based game at the end of the day.
Absolutely is. Liam, thank you very much.
As we're told, Michael Carrick is a throwback to Sir Alex Ferguson. Others are urging the club not to act in haste. The caretaker manager is doing his chances of landing the gig on a permanent basis no harm, with United looking good in 4th. So would Simon Jordan take Carrick long term?
I'm loath to leap in for it or against it. I think he's done brilliantly well. Ruud van Nistelrooy came in and did 4 games. And on the back of that, he got the lesser job and turned to be a bit of a disaster, didn't it? And so with due respect, I think there's no need to rush.
Now, Achraf Hakimi says accusations of rape made against him are false, and the PSG right-back and Morocco captain will calmly await his trial, which he calls unfair. Now, we're told if this gang violence in Mexico continues into March, FIFA may be forced to consider moving World Cup matches. Here's Ben Jacobs.
So naturally, if this violence continues into March and those games are seen to be unsafe, this will become a much bigger problem as far as FIFA are concerned.
62 people have been killed in gang violence since an operation killed Mexican drug lord El Mencho. Swansea fans are getting complimentary towels tonight ahead of their game with Preston. Co-owner Snoop Dogg's in town for it and wants them twirled when he gets into the stadium. The towel twirl is common in American sports. And we're told Floyd Money Mayweather's probably coming out of retirement for the cash. But Johnny Nelson reckons the former world champion doesn't know what else to do with himself.
Boxing's a complete and utter drug, and the best in our sport struggle to really let go. Even I think I can still fight, and I'm 59.
A 49-year-old Floyd Mayweather will take on a 47-year-old Manny Pacquiao in Las Vegas this September. You can get more on this on the website at talksport.com.
To the drive and talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside
Ben Stokes' fast balls or something.
Whoa!
Hey, fast bowler Ben Stokes. Congratulations, England. Semi-final.
Well, hold on, we've got an expert who does that, John Norman.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
He's not about. Go on, what happened?
Oh, England beat Pakistan in the T20.
Any stats you want to give us off the top of your head?
Yeah, Harry Brook, brilliant century. Yeah. 100 off 51 balls, incredible.
Wow, anything else?
Yeah, Jacks.
The graphics gone. Still to come, we'll be asking Newcastle are quietly having a good season. But now, is it time for Man United to give Michael Carrick the job full-time?
Brian and Burmo will chase after it. He's only got Michael Keane, the keeper, between him and goal. He's rolling square, and Šeško puts it into the bottom right-hand corner. Manchester United lead by a goal to nil with 20 minutes to go. It is a classic counter-attack.
The stars do seem to have aligned, and going off the form, there's not an obvious external candidate for that role at the time being. There is going to be a lot of logic behind retaining him in a permanent capacity at this rate.
What is a wonderful situation for Michael Carrick and Steve Holland is the expectations of Man United fans have been worn down to a nub. You're seeing the best version of Michael Carrick, you're seeing the best version of Man United.
What was that voice? That's Simon Jordan. We'll talk all things Man United in just a moment, but we should get more on that. The big news that England have reached the T20 World Cup semi-final. We heard it in the news just moments ago, courtesy of Ben Fletcher. Let's get more on this now with talkSPORT's cricket editor. And welcome back, John Norman. Hello, John.
Hello, guys. This
is great news, right? Fantastic.
Yeah, it is. But once again, I'm kind of scratching my head here, watching an England team win a game, get themselves through to the semi-finals. But I mean, if not for Harry Brook, then they probably, well, they would have lost this match and actually almost lost it anyway. It was an absolutely farcical ending to the game because Harry Brook single-handedly almost took England to the verge of victory with a 50-run, 50-ball 100. Then he got himself out. Well, he got out. The fourth wicket for Shaheen Shah Afridi. And then Will Jackson, Jamie Overton contrived to do the same, and it got to a point where England could have actually lost the match. It was kind of ridiculous, but that's kind of how it's been for England. They got through the first group stage despite losing to West Indies and not really convincing against Nepal and Scotland. They didn't really convince when they were batting against Sri Lanka. They haven't really convinced Harry Brook aside when they were batting today. They have not put a complete performance on the board, but here we are. They're through to the semi-finals.
John, listen, despite the win, another low score for Josh Buttler. We were talking about that, me and Benny, in the break there. Is his place in the team under threat, do you think? No,
he'll play the entire tournament, but, you know, the returns from Buttler. Bear in mind, this guy is England's greatest ever white ball batter, right? He's won World Cups in 50 over and 20 overs. He's captained the side. He keeps wicket. He opens the batting. He's got a record that any player in the history of the game in white ball cricket would be envious of. He's played over 100 matches in T20 and ODIs. He will play every match, but there's no getting away from it. He is really struggling with the bat, and the big problem England have is that within 2020 cricket, you need to score big runs in the first 6 overs when the fielding restrictions are essentially on the side of the batter. And if Josh Buttler's struggling or eating up deliveries like he did in the last game when he basically faced 2.5 overs and only scored 7 runs, then that then puts big pressure on the batting to come. So it's a problem for England, but there is no chance whatsoever that he will be dropped.
John, I'm just looking at the Super 8 Group 2 table at the moment. We've got one more game to play against New Zealand, but we've already qualified. When is that semi-final?
Semi-finals next week. England play New Zealand on Friday. It's still to be decided whether England play on Wednesday or Thursday. But essentially, you know, it looks like they could finish top of the group, which means they will finish the runner-up in the other group.
Yeah.
I mean, they could face West Indies. They could face India. That's not what they want. They could face South Africa. So a big test awaits, but they're through to the semi-final.
John, who do you make the favourites?
Well, if you'd asked anybody who knows anything about cricket, and even those who don't know anything about cricket, who are the favourites for this T20 World Cup, India came into this tournament as heavy favourites as any team has ever gone into a World Cup in cricket ever, and they haven't really performed, and they lost to South Africa big time earlier this week. They might not even make it through to the semi-finals, but you'd still want to avoid playing India because, of course, not only do they have the best team, they're playing at home.
John, last one from me. I don't want to say it loudly, but I'll whisper it. Is he coming home?
No.
Okay, at least you're honest, John. Thanks so much for speaking to you in a bit. That's a great answer.
Cheers, guys.
That's a great answer, isn't it? It's definitely not coming home.
You
never know. If you're in the last 4, you've got to be in it to win it.
Like a bit of cricket?
I like it when it's
T20
and World Cup, right? Because it's over quickly and it's the World Cup.
I like T20
exciting.
and I like ODIs.
Yeah,
I can't watch Test anymore.
5 days is too much for me.
Nope.
Unless I'm watching the last day and it's very close. But yeah, I agree with you. Right, let's turn our attention back to Manchester United. They made it 5 wins from 6 under Michael Carrick last night. Benjamin Šeško's goal was enough for the win away at Everton. Good on United. They remain unbeaten since Michael Carrick came in. Now they're just 3 points behind 4th place Aston Villa. That's the multi-millionaire Gabby Agbonahor side, isn't it?
That's crazy. And someone made a good point here. We haven't spoken about Man United for months because you've been awful.
Oh, no, that's a lie.
Win a few games and now it's Man United back on.
Absolute garbage.
Back on.
We have been... I haven't, but we've been slaughtering Man United. Ruben Amorim, what are you talking about? Who's that fella?
No, I'm telling you.
Absolute
no,
garbage.
I'm telling you. Is that big guy again?
Is that Martin Keown under a guise?
He's having a giggle.
He is having a giggle, yeah. Good Cockney accent, Martin. United boss Michael Carrick spoke to talkSPORT after the game. He said he's very pleased with the way his players have played since he's come in.
Yeah, that's just part of trying to make the steps of improvement, really, and trying to help the boys and create that foundation for us to move forward. And as I said, it won't be perfect. You know, we've I don't know what it is. I don't even lost track of time now. Is it 6, 7, 8 weeks, whatever it is now by now? But so there's always going to be things for us to improve on. But to have the run of games and the results that we've had, obviously there's a lot that the boys are doing really well. And what encourages me is that we've still got big kind of big layers and a lot of layers of improvement to make. So it puts us in a good spot.
Listen, wonderful result. Performance weren't that great. United, as I said, 3 points behind Aston Villa now. Real chance of Champions League football, which is all we've got to play for this season. I still think, though, it's way too early to make a decision because we don't need to make one. If you were the hierarchy at United, you'd be thinking about it, but there's no need to rush, right?
There is no need to rush because he's doing the job. He's doing a very, very, very good job, you'd have to say. But for Michael Carrick, he probably... And I understand it because he wants clarification because things in football change very quickly. So as good as it's been, all it takes you maybe one upset, one defeat. What are you looking at?
Sorry, I was just commending the people in our graphics department there because on the headline where it says something about Benjamin Šeško, it's actually got the accents over the correct letters of his name. I've never seen that before. Well done. Well done. Good work.
So you interrupted me for...
Well, I think they should get...
I love that.
Listen, every day when they make mistakes and get things wrong, we throw them under the bus.
No, we.
Okay, I throw them under the bus. I think it's only fair that we put the graphic on the screen so people can see hard work. Never see... Look, accents over the S's. Good work. Yeah. Sit beside Šeško. But yeah, that's never been applauded. No one's ever got round applause for making a decent graphic. Well done. Finally, after 2 years. What were you saying?
Yeah, I mean, you've lost me here. But no, yeah, he's doing a great job. But for him personally, football changes very, very quickly. So part of him's probably thinking, do you know what? Just give me the job now. Because then he's got it. It's his. But I can understand, because football again changes. Man United lose their next game. That could spiral out of control. You lose 2, 3, 4. I don't think it'll happen, but it can. It's football.
You so want a haircut.
Yeah, I need to go to the barbers. But other than that, no, he's doing a great job. But you're right. If it's the hierarchy, there's a feel-good factor around Manchester United now. Your top players are playing really well. You're defending well. You're working hard. You're not just smashing teams out the water. You're having to earn your wins as well. Yeah, for them, they're thinking, well, it's nice. We'll wait till the end of the season. But my always question is you wait, then who comes in?
Yeah,
because I'd rather it be Carrick than someone I've never heard of, and it's a risk. I know every appointment's got a risk.
And all the hard work you've done, completely lost.
Yeah, because not that he has to start again, but there's a feel-good factor that players like Kobbie Mainoo at the minute's playing well, Harry Maguire, these guys have been pushed to the side for a little bit. They're playing really, really well. So Michael Carrick deserves a lot of credit, and to the players.
Let me ask you about Šeško. Come off the bench to score again, right?
Benji.
Tell me the difference, Benty, as a striker, between your mindset when you start and your mindset when you come off the bench. Is it any different, or is it just score a goal?
Well, it depends. It depends on the scenario. Am I someone who's not starting games and coming off the bench?
Šeško.
Okay.
So the moment you're not starting,
yeah,
but when you're coming off the bench, you seem to be scoring all the time.
Yeah, but there's two different trains of thought here. The first one for Šeško, every time he comes on, because he's desperate to play, his mindset should be, as all substitutes coming on, I want to score. I want to show the manager that I should be starting. He'd be looking at the pitch, and I understand it from his perspective. He's watching Manchester United play, and they are playing well, and their attacking players are playing really well. But there's no natural goal scorer centre forward on the pitch. So effectively, they're playing without someone who plays in your position. So that would annoy me. I'm thinking, well, I'm the striker, but yet you've got someone else who can play there on Bremo playing in my position. So that would annoy me. So every time he comes on, and even his celebration, you see it, like the frustration. Him coming on the pitch is thinking, I need to make an impact here. I'm going to show Carrick that I should be starting. Yeah, I'm going to smile and be all happy. But when an opportunity comes, I work hard for the team, but when that opportunity comes, I'm going to take it and show him that I should be starting. And fair play. And I think Michael Carrick has got a lot to do with that, because for Šeško, a lot of players who are not playing, they almost throw their toys at the pram. It looks like whoever comes off the pitch, whoever goes onto the pitch as a substitute, have still got that kind of that happiness feeling, that kind of feel-good factor around them, and that's obviously Michael Carrick. But for Šeško, I thought it was a really good goal last night, really good goal.
Am I right in saying that had Michael Carrick been there at the beginning of the season, United would be in contention to win the Premier League?
Here we go again. Honestly.
What's wrong with that question?
The guy's been there for like 6 weeks.
Right.
Well,
he's unbeaten, mate.
Okay, well, I get it. Like,
you know what? You're like Martin Keown.
No, I'm not.
Honestly, you take all the fun out of this show now.
No, honestly, you want me to...
There's no fun anymore.
So basically, what you're telling me is, if Carrick had been there all season...
I asked the question.
So basically, you're saying, Carrick's been there all season...
No, I'm asking it.
Yes, but we are continuing what he's done already. So effectively, they wouldn't be beaten all season. They're still flying. That's what you're telling me.
You're bitten like Keown, aren't you?
Never. Is that what you meant?
Why Arsenal?
No, is that what you meant?
I'm asking you because you're an expert.
No, but you're.
I'm like Paxman.
No, but you're alluding to the fact that he's obviously gone 6-7 games on.
I'm asking. 6-7. I'm asking if if stability and Michael Carrick would have been there from day one, you think not would be unbeaten, would be in the title race? That's all I'm asking you.
I would say not title race, but I think you'd be roughly where you are now, which is ahead of where I thought you'd be. Well, I took a bet at the start of the season and thought you'd be 8th.
No, you thought 9th.
Yes, exactly. So I think you're whereabouts you would be.
Okay. I don't know what you've just said.
No, but you think you'd be invincible all season under Carrick?
No. I wouldn't.
So where do you think realistically have you been at the start?
5 points clear. We'll take your calls. Is it time for Man United to give Carrick the job full time? Surely there's no one out there that thinks even if Michael Carrick goes unbeaten the rest of the season that we should change. That would just be absolutely.
No, I think you've got to give him the opportunity.
I agree with you.
Some people are all about names.
Okay, and also, here's a question for you: when will Bentley be getting his haircut? Real question. So at the weekend we've got Palace at home. I don't think you'll be getting your haircut Monday, right?
Well, no, but listen, if you get beat, when are you playing Palace?
Saturday or Sunday.
Well, listen, whatever day you're playing them, that evening.
Yeah.
Unless it's at 8 o'clock kickoff.
Yeah.
I will be getting my haircut if you lose.
I know, but I don't think we will. Yeah, it's gonna be so when will Bentley get his first haircut? I.e., what game will United lose?
I might just chop it off, I just might just do it.
Oh, there you go. Again,
I would never do that. I would never do that.
You had a bet?
No, listen, if it was
You're
you,
turning into Keogh.
No, do you know what? If it was you, I probably.
Oh, here we go.
Because it's Leighton, and I respect Leighton. I don't know who he is, but I respect him.
Okay.
Then that's why I'm holding out.
United chat when we come out. Get your calls in now. 03717 22 33
Okay. Don't take fun from other people losing their demise.
Greg, a very good morning to you.
Good morning, Greg.
Morning, gentlemen. How are you?
We're very well, Greg. Thanks for taking the time to call us. You think Martin's comments are made with some justification, I'm hearing, yes?
Listen, you have to accept people for what they are. So, while you can either have, the in-depth, actual professional football analysis from people that have been there, done it, won things and things like that, or you can have the clowny side of it. You can have the Andy Goldstein who is 60 years old, dyes his beard, dyes his hair.
Oh, that's just good.
And the Gabby Bungalow side of it. And the Jamie O'Hara side of it. It's all about what you enjoy, what you want to listen to. If you want to listen to professional insight, winning mentality talk from Ray Parlour, Martin Keown, people like that,
Just Arsenal players. Just Arsenal players.
I'm going to have to say, Greg, is it just the Arsenal players? Is it just the Arsenal players that seem to be talking about a bit of sense?
I'm trying to think of any sort of ones that have won things. Cundy, no. Bungalow, no. O'Hara, no.
Surely O'Hara.
Have you played football, Greg, in the Premier League?
Not to your standard, Gabby. I can definitely give you that. But on your biggest day out, I probably didn't get beaten 4-0 either.
But did you ever play football? Or did you have a bad knee so you didn't make it?
No bad knee, just not to your ability, Gabby.
So who did you play for?
It doesn't mean that I can't talk about it in your way.
Who did you play for, Greg?
You don't have to worry about that.
Who's this? This is this. Who's it? Have a guess, he said. Producer Joe. Joe. Joe's pointing to himself. Joe's feet. Joe. Producer Joe.
No, this
Joe.
is
Ipswich Joe. Joe's pointing to his face. Ugly sisters. Ugly. Jojo. Ugly. Jojo. Have you heard is it called Jojo? Oh, it's not what I thought it was then. Have you heard of Jojo?
I've heard of Jojo. I've heard this tune.
Oh, okay. Driver talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. Still to come, be asking if Newcastle are quietly having a good old season. If you've been listening to talkSPORT over the last couple of days, you'll see that Martin Keown effectively lost the plot. Make sure you stick around in an hour. Now we've got a new feature. That's all I'm saying. You don't want to miss it. It's very funny. All right? Have you spoken to him at all, by the way?
No. I'm sceptical about this as well.
Why?
You know why.
No, I don't know why.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
You know why.
No. Nothing to do with me.
Honestly,
I don't produce the show. It's producer Joe.
I should blaming Joe for it.
No, it do me. If anyone's got a problem with anyone doing the show,
if it goes
Joe produces it. If I say something, it's me. If it's in the show, it's Joe, producer Joe.
Okay, so if it goes down like a lead balloon, you're blaming Joe.
Well, no, even if it's successful, it's producer Joe. He produces it, him and Billy together. That's why the show's flying, and we have more listeners than breakfast, because producer Joe is absolutely incredible. That's why. It's down to Joe. All right? He's a wonderful man. That's why we love him.
Easy, yeah.
Your problem was with Andy Goldstein.
Oh, 100%.
100% mine. Yeah. Should be with producer Joe, though. All right? Should we take your calls and all things Michael Carrick? By the way, it's 6:30. Don't miss that. 03717223344. Simon is a Man United fan. Simon?
How's it going, gentlemen?
Well, good, man. How are you today?
Good, thanks. Good, big fan of the show. Listen every night on my way home, so enjoy the show.
Thank you, man. Have you downloaded 21 Minutes to Go yet? Podcast?
Nah, I've not downloaded it yet. I'm not much of a podcast listener, to be honest.
Just get on it. Just get on it.
I'll give it a try.
Yeah, Simon, you're not going to give it a try.
Simon, go.
Let's just be honest, you're not going to.
Episode 11 first, and then move on. All right, it's fantastic.
Benty, sell it to me then. I'll give it a download.
Yeah, Simon. You know that's a great shout, Simon. I'll do that work for you, and I'll let you know when to download it.
Yeah,
Simon. It says here you're a Man United fan. Is that right?
I am a Man United fan.
If you download it, you get a free season ticket at Old Trafford. So
honestly.
But by the way, legally, I have to say that's a lie, just in case you go, that's what he told me. What would you like to say, Simon?
Benty, I mean, to suggest that United wouldn't be in contention if Carrick wasn't there from the start of the season is absolutely criminal.
Yeah, but it's all ifs, buts, and maybes, isn't it? We just don't know. Like, I get it. Man United right now are flying under Carrick, so I get it. But who knows? That might have not been there all season.
100%. But how many points more than right now would you say they'd need to have to be regarded as being in contention? 5 more points, maybe 4 more points, and you'd say they were pretty close with the game in hand?
Right now they are.
Good, I see where you're going, so don't let go of this one.
Potentially, yeah, I'd say maybe another 5 points, yeah, maybe.
So drop 3 points against Everton, 10-man Everton, who were dismal. We dropped points against them. Drop points against Bournemouth. Like, it's crazy. Michael Carrick, I think if I was in charge of United for the time that Amarim was this season, I'd have taken more points. Honestly,
that I don't doubt. That I don't doubt.
21% win rate. It was absolutely dismal. There's no chance we wouldn't be 6 points better off if Carrick was in charge the whole season. No chance.
But the only thing I'd say about it, and you're right in terms of a title challenge, right? But then you can go through so many different. Like I can go Manchester City. Then Man City dropped points against Tottenham at home.
Yeah, we're not talking City.
No, but he just said there about ifs, buts, and maybes. You lost Everton.
You said United wouldn't be. He's saying they would.
Yeah, but my point is, he's talking about fixtures there. You drop points to Everton. So I can give you examples for Man City. They lost to Brighton. They lost to Tottenham. Arsenal drawing with Wolves.
He's not saying that. He's talking about Man United.
No, but my point is he's making excuses about certain games where it could have been different. I can make excuses of that. Like other games.
Would United have got 6 more points under?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's all you got to say. John's a Man United fan.
No.
Hello, John. Hello, John.
Hello. You're right.
Good, man. How are you today?
I'm not too bad. It's a great show. Thanks for having me on.
Our pleasure. What would you like to say, John?
I think it's a fool's game to hand him the job right now. What is the hurry? He's come in after Ruben Amorim's been in charge, and the fan base has been behind Ruben because he's an angry man, and we're an angry fan base. And then Carrick's come in, and the players have been in a position where it's took the pressure off them. They're not performing amazingly well, but they're performing slightly better because we've not got a lot of games. And the other teams are tired that we're playing against. So he's coming in and he's doing a little bit better than what he was, what we were doing before. And he's taken a lot more points. And he can go on doing that to the end of the season when we can make a proper educated guess on whether he's the man to take us forward next year.
Would you, with the Ruben Amorim, I know obviously now it looks horrendous, but at the time, were you a fan that was saying he needs more time, or were you kind of Ruben out after?
I was a little bit on the fence. I was at the game against Newcastle when we won, and there was a lot of young blokes there that were screaming about Amorim and this and Amorim that, and I was a little bit like, he wasn't for Man United. He was for himself. And if we're going to get behind him, then we need to give him real money once all the players that shouldn't be there have been shipped out. But if he's still angry, if he's still not 100% on board with the leadership team of the club, then he does need to go, and we need to bring someone in that is respected through the club, like Carrick, and give him a little bit of a trial run. And if he does well till the end of the season, if we finish third, or even if we finish fourth, that is much better than what we expected.
If he finishes third and he doesn't lose a game, would you take him?
I'd take him at fourth.
Okay, fine. That's the answer I was looking for, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. And it makes sense to make that decision at the end of the season.
Realistically, next season, what should you guys be doing, do you think?
What with Carrick? If it's Carrick...
Well, no, obviously the Man United's on the up again.
Well, that's impossible. Well, we could only be on the up after we finished 16th last year.
So what should the aim be, do you think?
It depends if it's Carrick.
Okay,
the aim at Manchester United every season is to win the Premier League. That's the aim.
Yeah. And
that's your answer.
Okay, fair enough. And realistically,
any other questions you got?
Yeah, realistically, what do you think will happen next year?
Well, that's our aim.
Okay.
Right? Realistically, if you want my honest answer, you carry on like that, you won't be here.
Neither will you. When Keown gets older.
He knows where I live. He doesn't know where I live, does he? Still to come, we're discussing the Premier League centre forwards beginning to find their form and their feet. First, it's time for no Googling. We want to know who is the first player, I like these questions, who's the first player to win the Champions League in 2 consecutive seasons with 2 different clubs. What a question that is. Let me say that again. First player to win the Champions League with 2 different clubs on the bounce. Whoever wrote that. Have an argument amongst yourselves in the car, at home, in the kitchen, wherever you are, because the answer to that will be coming up right after this.
Well, your problem was with producer Joe.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Boxing greats Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. have agreed a professional rematch in September, 11 years after a fight that came 5 years too late. Does Floyd's unbeaten record and the professional status of the bout add any intrigue to this at all?
No. Not really. I don't think so. I mean, Manny Pacquiao's had a fight recently, hasn't he, against Mario Barris, who's just lost his title to Ryan Garcia, deservedly so. And that was a draw in which most people saw Pacquiao at the end of his career, saw what was left of him, and were not too happy that he came back again. Floyd Mayweather has had a variety of different bouts. I mean, I hear that he's going to fight Mike Tyson. I don't understand what that thinking is. Or an exhibition. We've seen him fight and hold up Conor McGregor in an exhibition fight. It's Netflix building entertainment models around sport. Sport is entertainment. It crosses over. Netflix have got a proven model of success that ultimately they invest some money into these sort of things, whether it's Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson or Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. They'll look at their lifetime value of their average subscriber, not every subscriber, but their average subscriber, and then they multiply it by the amount of subscribers they think they're going to get as new ones. and they make a commercial decision.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Because everything that they've done so far is massive, and this obviously will be a talking point. I mean, Anthony Joshua's knockout victory over Jake Paul in December wasn't something that the boxing fraternity wanted, but it appears to be that they understand what people want, what the rest of the community wants.
Event's halftime show could have a bigger impact than the game itself. That seems to be the case with the Super Bowl halftime show. In 2024, Usher brought in an audience of 180 million worldwide, the biggest in the event's history. But how did singing and dancing get to be the centerpiece of America's biggest sporting event? The first Super Bowl was held in 1967. Initially, the halftime show was a display purely for the fans in the stadium, with marching bands, dancers, and American patriotism for all to see. And that's what it was for the first few years. Disney had a go with a few questionable displays in the 1980s, but it wasn't until 93 that we got the first glimpse into the future of halftime shows. Michael Jackson's stellar performance gave NFL execs something to think about. A raft of massive names followed, including Diana Ross, U2, Janet Jackson, who gave us the most famous or infamous wardrobe malfunction of all time. So how many people are involved? To give you an idea of the scale, Rihanna's 2023 performance included 800 people, and experts reckon it cost $13 million. What's even more impressive than some of the names on the bill every year is the fact they do it for free. The artists know the exposure they'll get from doing the show will rocket them up the charts across the world. The Super Bowl halftime show will be a fixture in pop culture for years to come. So the question is, who next?
Today was a good day.
I posted this on social
Who
media.
sings it? Or raps it?
It's to do with water, isn't it?
Jack, I can see your lips moving, bro.
Jack, come on, man. Ice Cube.
Honestly, Jack.
Before the break, ask a question. I'll give you a clue if you don't know. Show me your screen. Make sure you're not cheating. Okay. Who's the first player to win the Champions League with 2 consecutive seasons with 2 different clubs?
What position? Give me the club.
No. Otherwise, I'll give you a clue. Right?
Give me the club.
No, because you'll get it. It was 2 clubs, isn't it?
We didn't. Yeah, okay.
Well, you'll get it. I'd rather give you a clue.
Seedorf.
Why would I say Dorf? No. Do you want a clue or not?
Go on then.
I'll give you the clubs first then, okay. You'll get it, 100%. Marseille, Milan.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow. I'll give you a clue.
Yeah.
If you live in Brighton, you live down...
South Coast?
No, down by...
The sea.
That's his surname.
Down by the sea?
No, down by is me. The rest of it is you.
Sea.
No, down by...
The sea.
That's his surname.
The sea.
Yeah. And his first name is on eBay. You're going to either buy something or...
Bid.
No, either buy it or you...
Sell it.
Right. But it wouldn't be your sell, it would be...
Your sell.
No, it wouldn't be your...
My sell.
That's his first name.
Marcel the sea.
Yeah.
Marcel Desailly. That is unbelievable.
We got there in the end. Right, if you missed the start of Drive today, where were you? There's no excuse because we were joined by the man with more Premier League appearances than anyone else, Brighton midfielder James Milner. And we asked him when he thought that record was achievable.
I don't know, maybe a few years ago, but
it's not something, honestly, that's ever really been in my mind. I just keep playing and trying to contribute where I can with my team, and get asked about it a lot, obviously, in interviews over the last few years, and people mention it and stuff. But for me, that's not really something that's been at the forefront of my mind. It was something that's a possibility, and something that, it might be nice if you get there. But I've always just wanted to keep playing football and trying to help the team however I can. And if those sorts of things come along, then fine. But that's, Benty, you played with me. It's always trying to do what you can for the team and trying to get the wins on the board, really, which was the biggest thing about the weekend. We were so desperate to get that win and the 3 points. So it turned it into a great day that we managed to do that.
You can hear the rest of our chat with James Milner, or Millsy, as Benny calls him.
Millsy.
talkSPORT
Millie.
YouTube. Oh, Millie.
Yeah.
talkSPORT's YouTube feed
Millsy.
shortly. Don't forget to subscribe. Millsy makes more sense, right?
No.
Millie.
Well, his name's not Mills, is it? It's Milner.
Right. And what do you call him?
Millie.
And what do I say?
Millsy.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not. His name's James Mills, is it? Millsner?
His name's not Millie.
Millie. Yeah, Milner.
Millsy, but everyone sticks an S1 here.
Danny Mills is Millsy.
It could easily be Millsy.
Yeah, it's not Millie though.
What is he?
Danny Mills?
Yeah.
Millie. No, Danny Mills is Millsy.
That's what I just said.
Yes,
It's the same surname.
No, it's not.
It is. Is there any footballer that's got a surname that is a nickname and doesn't need to be turned into a nickname? Do you know what I mean? Like if Danny Mills' surname was Millsy,
yeah,
you wouldn't change it. It would just be Millsy. Can you think of a footballer's surname is actually his nickname?
I mean, Joe just said Ryan Shirky.
Yeah, that's his name, is it?
That's his real name. But Shirky's not a nickname.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is, Joe's right. Shirky would be his nickname. There's no.
It wouldn't be. It'd be Shirks. It'd be Shirks. Shirks.
Why are you changing
Shirks?
It wouldn't be.
It would be.
Shirksy works. No, Shirksy is perfect for Shirksy.
Yeah, his name's Shirky, but we'd call him Shirksy.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, you would call him Shirksy.
Yeah, we'd call him Shirksy.
There must be a player whose surname is his nickname. There must be. There has to be. Can you think of anyone?
No, I'm Benty.
Yeah. Well done. Start with yourself.
You're Goldie.
Yeah, but I didn't play at the highest level.
Yeah. No, you didn't play.
I could have done.
Stop saying highest level. Didn't play.
There must be a footballer who's people will send in now if his surname's his nickname, like perfectly. Like Giggs would be Giggsy.
So you need like
I need Ryan
Alan
Giggsy.
Smudger. I know Smith is, but Smudger is the
Alan Smudger needs to be his name.
Okay.
Ryan Giggsy needs to be his name. David
There
Betts
must be one.
needs to be his name. There must be one, right? Look at them all thinking about it. There must be a footballer who's real. Oh, he's got one. Joe's got one. Who's he got? No, he's got John Terry. No, that must be JT, right?
Yeah, it's obviously his nickname's not Terry, is it?
His nickname's not Terry. It might be Tezza.
No, JT's JT.
Yeah, JT's JT.
Yeah, it's not Terry.
No, his nickname's
nickname's
not
not
Terry.
Terry.
When you're shouting for the ball, you won't go Terry. You go Tezza or JT.
That's what David Batty.
Oh, Bats.
Oh, I tell you what.
Hold on. You called Batty Bats, wouldn't you? Bats.
No, you're Batty.
I don't think you would.
Hey, oi! Right.
You've definitely said.
Right. Someone.
Let me. Batty. Good.
Someone's made a good idea.
Good.
Messi. That must be his nickname, surely.
Yeah, that must be his nickname, right?
Messi.
Mess.
No,
Messi.
Messi.
You're gonna go. Yeah. Yeah.
Must be.
How ironic that the greatest player ever is the only person with that scenario. You ever been Batty's teammate? Is that it? Is that the only one?
Neymar?
No.
What do you call him?
Yeah, it must be like Nazi or something, right? Marzipan?
No, I think it's Neymar.
No, it's not. It's got to be snappy, innit? It can't be just one. It can't be just Messi. Are more coming in?
I mean, people loads. Brian Brobby. I mean, Brobby.
No, it'd be Brobs, wouldn't it? It'd be Brobs.
Brobster.
I don't think they'd change it to Brobster. Brobs would work.
Beto. I mean, what would be? How'd you?
Betts. Beto. Betts.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. It's a good question.
There can't be the only one.
I mean, there's loads coming in. Robbie Fowler. No, could you call him
Fowsy? Bob.
I don't know if you would. You know. Fowler.
Yeah, Fowler. If you want the ball,
his nickname's God. So there you go.
Yeah, but you wouldn't shout God. Fowls. It'd be Fowls. Fowsy.
Nah.
Do that. You wouldn't say. You wouldn't be Fowler.
It'd be Bob or Robs.
Yeah. I don't think anyone calls Robbie Fowler Bob.
Bobs.
Okay, well, if you've got any ideas, keep them coming in. It's weird that no one can think of The lap will be what? Lappy? Lapsy? Lapdog? Laps. And it's strange, though. Isn't that weird? There's only one footballer on the planet whose surname is his nickname, and it happens to be Messi.
The greatest player. Palmsy. Yeah,
it won't be. Yeah. Where are we going now? Where should we go? Should we talk about centre forwards? Benjamin Sesko, or Shessie to his mates. His goal against what? What was his nickname?
Benji, wasn't it?
Benj.
Yeah, Benji.
Yeah. His goal against Everton last night means that no player has scored more non-penalty goals in the Premier League this year than Man United striker Benjamin Sesko, or Benjo. He has scored 6 goals in 7 games since Ruben Amorim was sacked. Arsenal's Victor Gyökeres, or Vicky, is also starting to find his feet and has 15 goals in all comps this season.
Sorry, it sounds like Pele. You can't mean that.
Pels?
Nah, you call him Pele.
I call him Pels. If you want the ball, imagine I'm Pele and I've got the ball. Call me now. I'll turn my back to you. Call me.
Pele.
I haven't turned yet.
Pels.
There you go, turned. It would be Pel. Maybe it'd be Edson Arantes Don Nascimento.
I mean, there's so many coming in, I can't.
Yeah, but they're all wrong. Go on, name another one. We've got time. We haven't got time for this. We've got time. Go on, Joe, don't mind. Go on.
Perlo.
Pirlo. Pelsy. Pearls. Pearls.
I'm not sure Italians use that type of Pelsy.
Oh, well done.
No, because you call him Freddie.
Oh, yeah, Fred would be called Freddie. You're right. It would. I still can't believe the only one's Messi.
Condi.
Oh, he's got plenty in it. We can't say him at quarter 6.
Yeah, what do you call Condi?
Cuns. That is what his nickname is.
Joe, don't say that to me.
Joe, you don't need to say careful to me, all right? Cuns, it would be Cuns.
Zola.
Frank. Probably Frankie.
That's a great debate, by the way. I mean, there's thousands. I can't keep up, man.
It can't.
Demba Ba. Barzy.
Barzy. Yeah. It would be that. There's none, is there?
There's loads, man. I can't.
We've got 1 more minute. Go on, call out a few.
There's Dele Alli.
Ours.
Saka.
Sacco. Saxy. Sax.
Christian Eriksen.
Chrissy.
Eriks.
Ricky. Probably Ricky, actually.
Yeah.
Ricky.
Apparently Messi's called Leo.
Yeah, but that's not a nickname. That's his first name. Leo.
Calvin Bassey.
Who?
Calvin Bassey.
Bass?
Yeah, exactly. It's easy.
There isn't one. There's not one player then if Messi's Leo or Leezy.
Bellingham, Bells.
Yeah, that's too long. There's no way.
Who shouted Hulk then?
Hulk. Hulksy. I just don't believe there's no player's surname is his nickname. That's impossible.
Because Maradona was Diego, wasn't he? Diego.
Yeah. Or Mazza.
No one called him Maradona Mazza. What?
They would have. The mad one? Maddie? Maradona. Mara. Maybe Donna. Donzi. That's what they call him. Keep him coming in, shall we? Still to come on drive. Press it, Jack. We'll get the sports bars take. Oh, yeah, we will on Goldstein against Keown, the big beef.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Martin Keown would just eat him up.
That's rude. That was Kunzi, by the way. We'll hear breakfast tackling the big topics of the day.
Do you know the difference between cottage pie and shepherd's pie?
And we'll be joined by this man to look ahead to all of tonight's football.
Stuart Pearce has just brought me a big sausage.
Pearcey, that is. An AIDSy. All that and loads more coming up on Drive and talkSPORT with me, Andy Goldstein and Darren Bent, when we come back, the best bits of Talky Sporty.
God, just get on with it.
Has anyone see Tottenham Hotspur. Can you hear me, Spurs? You must have won hell of a whooping, Jamie. Are the Europa League champions. Eagle ball, Eagle ball, Eagle ball. Can you hear me, Eagle ball? You must have won hell of a beating. Beyonce, chicken. Thomas the Frank engine. You must have won hell of a whooping. The big cockerel. Skywalk, Beavertown Brewery, the SA signing. Has anyone seen the SA signing? Has anyone seen the SA signing? Morgan Gibbs White signing. Can you hear me, Morgan with Gibbs White signing? You almost have went a hell of a meeting. The Williams signing. Don't do me a favour. The referee's headset. Big Ange, AJ Tracy. Big Ange, AJ Tracy. The Seven Sisters Railway Line. Adele, Alan Sugar. Spider-Man, to dare is to do. Can you hear me? To dare is to do. You almost have one hell of a meeting. To dare is to Tudor. Spurs, you almost have one hell of a whooping. Whooping. Is who we are, mate?
It's just who we are, mate.
Oh, dearie me. What a terrible day to be Jamie O'Hara, eh? Spurs battered yet again by Arsenal. Another weak performance.
Whooping.
Hey, Richie, Eze, come back to haunt Spurs yet again. He only plays against us. Don't play against anyone else.
Drama talkSPORT. Me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside. Who just texted you about they're enjoying the show?
Tara Williams.
Fazzy. Right, time now for this.
And they're off.
Win a trip to Cheltenham, Alan Brazil style, on talkSPORT.
Yes, do you fancy joining talkSPORT, the famous Cheltenham Festival, for Gold Cup Day? Well, we're giving away the ultimate hospitality experience for two on Friday, March the 13th. You'll get a full day of VIP treatment, a four-course lunch, complimentary bowl day, celebrity tipsters, and more. You'll be experiencing the race in the best possible way, and you get to meet some of us. It won't be me, I'm not sure to be there. Here's how you can enter for your chance to win. Text the word WIN to 83338. A text will cost £2.50 plus your standard network rate. Or you can call 0343 418 7260. Lines closed this Friday at 4 p.m. 18 plus UK residents only. It's a talkSPORT promotion. Full T's and C's at talksport.com. So for your chance to win, text the word WIN to 83338 now. Time now for this. Yeah, time of the best of talkSPORT friends. We've got time here, it's nice. We'll run you through some of the recent highlight moments from across talkSPORT. Let's kick things off with the Bracky Show from this morning. Here's superstar Ali McCoist and multi-millionaire Gabby Agbonlahor discussing fine dining.
Do you know the difference between cottage pie and shepherd's pie?
Actually don't, mate, and I've always wondered.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you.
What's the difference, mate? How it's cooked?
No. What? No. You won't forget this now.
Different veg?
No. One of them's lamb mince and one of them's beef mince.
Is that it?
Yeah, that is.
What's cottage pie then? Which one is it?
That's a good quiz. Listen, there's no need for you to do that.
Do you know the difference?
I mean, he just told us.
I know, but do you know which is which?
I think cottage pie is ground lamb.
Okay. Who would be the
The other way around, is it? The ground beef.
Who would be the last presenter at talkSPORT you'd let cook for you?
Jack.
Why? I think Jack would. I think he'd get it bang on. He wouldn't make any
I don't know,
mistakes,
you know.
Jack.
No.
I'm happy with that. Billy would be terrible. I mean,
No, I think
with
he'd be-
Billy, it's just
you know
going to be a
what?
can of
I
spaghetti.
think he would be good at it.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Joe, sorry, Jack's just told me he thinks you're a bit of a... Oh, what'd you say? Oh, sorry, you can cook, he said. He can cook.
Okay, no.
What's your bet? I thought he was talking about you. Would you make a good shepherd?
I guess so. With a sheep in that, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And a dog. Ali returns to the breakfast show tomorrow at 6 a.m. He'll be alongside Big Alan Brazil.
Over to last night's sports bar with O'Hara and Cundy. They were discussing Andy's feud with Martin Keown. Go on, Keown. And O'Hara came to Andy's defence.
Go on. Well, I'm going to back Goldstein here, mate.
Yeah.
He's at the top level. So
So do you think him and
I don't know if there's
Goldstein
any
then?
higher he can go, is there?
No, do you think Goldstein and now Keown, do you think they're going to be...
Needle.
Do you think there is a little bit of needle?
Who'd win in a fight? That's a silly question, mate, isn't
Oh
it?
my gosh,
Yeah.
Martin Keown would just eat him up. Wouldn't he?
Are you surprised that O'Hara had your back?
Not so. I'm good friends with O'Hara. Why wouldn't he have a colleague's back?
We said that you was that...
And also, Keown's Arsenal, so he's not going to back
Oh,
Arsenal.
of course,
right?
yeah. All right, fair enough. How many Andy Goldsteins would it take to beat Martin Keown in a fight?
I reckon I could do Keown in a fight. If it was like boxing gloves and everything, yeah.
Don't say that, because someone will promote that from here.
Oh, it's got to be worth it for my...
All right. Oh, I must speak to Derek about that.
Well, in the time you're going to ask your next question, you set up that channel, you can bet your bottom dollar on that.
Start, bench, sell. O'Hara, Martin Keown, Max Rushton. That's harsh, that. Who's written that?
Is there no throw for Cliff? It's just start, bench or sell.
Joey's over, isn't he?
Free sale.
No, you've got to answer all three of them.
Yeah, I am. Free sale. I'm not charging any money at all. I'm getting rid of Rushton like that. Right? And I'm making money. I'll start O'Hara, Martin Keown, I'll bench. And I go, Martin, warm up. And then after 5 minutes, I go, sit back down, Martin. And I go, Martin, warm up. And I go, Martin, sit back down.
Remember, the boys return to the sports bar at 10 p.m. tonight following a huge night of European and EFL.
Let's finish with a clip from our brand new sister station, talkSPORT Gold. Martin Keown was doing his thing on the mid-morning show when they received an angry text.
But Simon, listening to the show, he is, and he's absolutely furious. My drivelometer just redline listening to this nonsense on the lino from Keown. Tell him he's talking ill-informed drivel. And Martin, when did you meet the lino that you love so much and that is one of your best friends? Was it when you were in the Invincibles team?
No, I met him on a train. Would you believe?
Would you like to see Martin come in to the Drive Time studio?
Yeah, 100%.
I'd love to see that.
You know, it's boxes. That is
boxing.
That is Simon Jordan, Eddie Earn.
Yeah, that would be great if he came in. That'd be good. Where would you sit? Where you are now?
No, I would sit where you are. You'd sit here.
No, I wouldn't sit there.
And he would sit here.
No, because that doesn't work. When Simon's got someone to his left, that doesn't work. He needs to be looking at him.
Okay, I'll go over there. I'll take
that's
and let him sit here.
Oh, yeah. I'd love it. If Martin's out there, he wants to come in, he's more than welcome. If you had to have a fight with someone at talkSPORT, who would it be?
Crookie.
Do you think you could beat up Crookie? Oh, yeah.
No, I know I could beat up Crookie.
Yeah.
But I'm not promoting violence, by the way. This is a boxing sanctioned fight.
Still violence.
Yeah, but it's boxing sanctioned.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. What's your top 3 modes of transport?
Ranked.
What? Oh, I see.
1, drive.
Got to be drive time,
Yeah.
mate.
2, train.
What one? Train or tube?
Train. Don't like the tube. And
what's wrong with the tube? Oh, I see. People down here don't like. I get that.
3, mode of transport.
You say. Go for the motorbike where you rode it back.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking motorbike. Well, no, 3rd mode of transport would be
planes. Oh, you hate planes?
I don't really play.
Speedboat?
No, not boat. Yeah, bike. Yeah,
what bike?
Mountain bike.
What about your little speed scooter you had?
Yeah, electric scooter.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them.
You like that, do you?
Yeah.
They're banned, right?
Yeah, they are. Which is why I don't drive mine anymore.
Do you?
No, I don't. It's banned.
What's that in the corner?
I had to bring it up here.
I know you did, yeah, I know. Yeah, well done. Remember, you can catch the best bits of what... No, I won't be reading that out. White and Jordan, don't forget that. Oh, yeah. Make sure you check out 21 Minutes to Go, brand new podcast with me and Cundy, with a new episode Monday and Thursday. How about that, D?
Yeah, brilliant. Can't wait for
What
that.
are you reading text from?
No, I'm reading text to anyone.
Who's that from?
Hey, 21 minutes to go.
Shut up. Of course, you can find all of our shows on talkSPORT app. We swipe between talkSPORT and talkSPORT 2 and all of our other systems.
Is anyone in there listening to it?
Yeah, but has anyone listened to it? Jack listens to it all the time.
Look at Noah. No, he listens to it.
Wait, Noah. Noah. Do you want a job? Jack, like your old man. Arrogant. Rude. Billy, you listen to it?
No, he hasn't. Look at his face.
Billy, what's the matter?
Not convincing that.
Oh, you lot are disgracing it, all right? Absolute disgrace.
I'm going to give it a listen tonight.
Wait until episode 11 is my favourite.
Why can't I start with one?
Start with one. Okay, well.
Let's go to Matt. He's a Spurs fan. All right, Matt?
Right, matey boy.
Hello, mate. Yeah. Fair enough.
Got to swallow it today, matey. It's one of them,
I
isn't it?
know. Well, we've had to swallow it for a while now, haven't we? But at the end of the day, none of these players are sort of like, they say football's war without the bullets, and you wouldn't want any of them in the trenches, and none of them are stepping up.
No.
I mean, the only way I reckon you could get them to flipping actually pay attention would be hit them in the wallet. I mean, Van der Ven, I'd fine him 2 weeks' wages for the way he acted on that pitch. I'd probably fine the whole team a week's wages for the way they played, apart from maybe Morani. I mean, Vicario wasn't the worst player on the pitch. Normally, he's a nightmare. He makes Bobby Mims look like Pat Jennings. Do you know what I mean? It's like...
I mean, I was disappointed in Van der Ven. I don't look... Obviously, I've seen on the videos and the context can maybe get taken out. I don't really know the exact moment in the game what he was asking him, but Igor Tudor was obviously asking him to step up, and Van der Ven just kind of dismissed him, which didn't look great. I'll be honest. But
yeah, but he did the same. He did the same thing to Frank, didn't he? Thomas Frank. He was like dismissing Thomas Frank.
The thing is, Van der Ven is too good for this team. Like, there's no getting away from it. He's way too good to be playing at this level of football.
But you need him.
We need him. That's the problem. Like, we need him right now. Like, I get it. Like, I get it, Van der Ven. Like, you're playing in a team that you don't deserve to be in. Like, he's way better than this. But and right now, he has to swallow it. He has to swallow it, and he has to be a leader, and he has to deal with it. Like, all of them have to. And this is the problem. There's some good players in this team, but they don't want to swallow the fact that they're in the
As we're told, Michael Carrick is a throwback to Sir Alex Ferguson. Others are urging the club not to act in haste. The caretaker manager is doing his chances of landing the gig on a permanent basis no harm, with United looking good in fourth. So would Simon Jordan take Carrick long term?
I'm loath to leap in for it or against it. I think he's done brilliantly well. Ruud van Nistelrooy came in and did 4 games, and on the back of that, he got the lesser job and turned to be a bit of a disaster, didn't it? And so, with due respect, I think there's no need to rush.
Now, Achraf Hakimi says accusations of rape made against him are false, and the PSG right-back and Morocco captain will calmly await his trial, which he calls unfair. Now, we're told if this gang violence in Mexico continues into March, FIFA may be forced to consider moving World Cup matches. Here's Ben Jacobs.
So naturally, if this violence continues into March and those games are seen to be unsafe, this will become a much bigger problem as far as FIFA are concerned.
62 people have been killed in gang violence since an operation killed Mexican drug lord El Mencho. Swansea fans are getting complimentary towels tonight ahead of their game with Preston. Co-owner Snoop Dogg's in town for it and wants them twirled when he gets into the stadium. The towel twirl is common in American sports. And we're told Floyd Money Mayweather's probably coming out of retirement for the cash. But Johnny Nelson reckons the former world champion doesn't know what else to do with himself.
Boxing's a complete and utter drug, and the best in our sport struggle to really let go. Even I think I can still fight, and I'm 59.
A 49-year-old Floyd Mayweather will take on a 47-year-old Manny Pacquiao in Las Vegas this September. You can get more on this on the website at talksport.com.
Well, Matt, to last out drive of talkSPORT with me, Goldie, and him, Benty.
And I will see if I can donate a pair for them to use at their dispense.
Yeah, what happened? Because she'll be listening, Farrah Williams. What happened?
She's got them.
You're such a liar.
Ask her.
Swear on your life.
No, I don't do that anymore, but ask her.
Farrah, she's got my details, Farrah. Send me a voice note and I'll play it on the show, Farrah. If Benty has or hasn't given you the trainers that you will then donate to charity and raise money for people that need help in life. Still to come, we'll be looking ahead to all of tonight's European action and EFL football. And a reminder, talkSPORT brings you live commentary of a huge game, the Champions League, tomorrow night.
Vinicius just on the outside of him, left-hand side, gets into the area. Right-footed shot, what a goal! Oh, what a hit from Vinicius Junior out of nothing.
Oh, that's elite level. That's Champions League level for Vinicius Junior.
And the referee blows the full-time whistle, and Real Madrid take a one-goal lead to the Bernabeu for next week's second leg.
And he's fired in! Pavlidis!
It feels like Jose Mourinho, more than any other manager, is really the kind of king of Europe.
They don't like each other much.
I don't think we should ever write him off. I think if he gets it right, I think if he's stable and he's able to go and he's still got the fire in his belly.
Jose still has something to offer.
If we want to win, we just have to follow him.
What big game that is. Real Madrid host Benfica in the second leg of their Champions League playoff tomorrow night. Madrid have a 1-0 lead from the first leg. Will be looking to book their place in the last 16. That game is live right here on talkSPORT tomorrow night from 8 p.m. to put that in your diary. Loads of live football coming up on talkSPORT. In fact, we'll talk about a game you can hear tonight. Newcastle, they've got a 6-1 lead to protect when they host Karabakh in their playoff tonight. Are you sure you got that right, Joe? I think you got that wrong, because didn't you pick Karabakh to win that game?
Yeah, did you?
And they got smashed 6-1, did they? You sure? You're a pundit, though, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
You got that massively wrong. Anyway, their boss Eddie Howe's been speaking to the media ahead of the game. He said he wants his side to believe they can win the Champions League.
Yeah, encourage them to dream and to think, what if, to have positive thoughts. All of those things I think are really healthy for the group. Ultimately, you have to break it down when you're in my seat, and breaking it down to just trying to win every game, to try and focus on the detail of the performance. We trained well this morning in terms of trying to set up what we think we need to do tomorrow. So it's sort of small steps. But in the back of your head, I think it's great to have those thoughts, because that's going to only inspire you to give your best.
Are you resting everyone tonight?
Yeah.
6-1. Everyone?
Yeah, tie's over.
Like Anthony Gordon's not playing?
None of them. They're all fringe players, players that need minutes. That's what I'm doing with Newcastle. I know they haven't got the biggest of squads, but there's certain players for Newcastle that have got, they need to be wrapped up in cotton wool, because currently the Premier League, they're through. It's done. In the Premier League, Newcastle are 11th. That's not good enough for that football club.
No.
Considering where they've been. And they've got Everton at home. Tough, after this Karabakh game, Everton at home in the weekend.
What day is that?
Saturday, 28th.
Okay.
Then they've got.
You didn't need to give me the date.
Then they've got Man United at home. Then they've got FA Cup against City. Then they've got Chelsea at home. They've got Chelsea away. Then they've got the derby. They've got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah. They are essentially, of course, into the last 16, still in the FA Cup, obviously. They're currently 11th, as you mentioned, in the league. They've had a bit of stick this season. Are they actually more or less where they should be? You keep talking about the size or lack of size of the squad, and I totally agree with you. It's tough for them, right? So unless they win the competition, they're not guaranteed Champions League football.
No.
Would they be playing Champions League football next season?
No, I don't think so. And you're right. I think when your squad's this big, or this little, should I say, and you're having to rely on certain players to play more than they probably should, I don't know what some people are expecting. I think the proper Newcastle fan would say, no, he's done a wonderful job because, again, we've seen Newcastle back in the Champions League. They've won a trophy. They've been at the top end of the table. I don't think they could have done any more than this. So, and against Man City, there was no Botman. No Botman. He didn't play against Man City. They had no Fabian Schär, Livramento, Grimares, Lewis Miley, Johan Visser. I mean, they've got a lot of players missed as well. And they haven't got the biggest of squad, so I think he's still doing a good job. Yes, they're better than where they are currently 11th, but then they're on 36 points.
What do you make of Voldemar been playing essentially the 8 role, right? Bruno, last couple of games, I think he played in the FA Cup as well. Bruno's been out, and he's been playing that 8 role. And Anthony Gordon's been playing up top. What do you make of that?
Yeah, he's more of a 10 than an 8, but it's.
Well, they don't really play the 10, Newcastle.
No, but that's what he effectively is, because he's not an 8. He ain't got the legs.
No, he's been playing that role.
Yeah, but more as a 10, because Jacob Ramsey's more the 8, because he's got the legs.
Okay.
And Wolfmada's more the 10, because he can hold the ball up, he's got nice touches, and Gordon's obviously the legs in behind. But
Are you surprised about that he's doing that?
The whole thing around him surprises me, because they paid a lot of money for him. They haven't really seen a return on the investment. It hasn't really gone as well, but I do think there's an element, and this is nothing against him, because, as I said, there are elements to his game that remind me of the way Berbatov, the way he moves and he plays with the ball. But he's had one prolific season in his career where he scored 17 goals for Stuttgart, right? And that got him the move to Newcastle. But there is a little bit of desperation that you're panicking like crazy, because Isak's thrown his toys at the pram and gone, listen, I am not coming back to Newcastle. I don't care what you do, I ain't playing. So they needed to get somebody in. Then they obviously had to pay for Visser, which I also think was a bit of an overspend on him. So it was a little bit of desperation in getting Wolfmada and Visser, but you can't go to a Premier League season with no striker. But even now, even saying that, fast forward, they're now playing Anthony Gordon, who's a left winger, centre forward, which tells you they're not happy with either of the ones that they've bought.
Yeah, I do think with the money he's allowed to spend, with the lack of depth he's got in his squad, I do think they're overperforming as a club.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I know Newcastle. Well, I don't know, Newcastle fans. You can phone me up and tell me I'm talking nonsense or agree if you want. 11th in the league, they're better than that. But I think a club like Newcastle to try and compete on Champions League, League Cup, and FA, it's difficult.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I do like some of the recruitment in terms of. I thought Malik Chow from Milan's been a good signing.
You mentioned that, yeah.
I like Jacob Ramsey. I don't even think Villa wanted to let him go. But obviously PSR they had to.
Well, can I ask Botman, right? He's had his fair share of injuries.
Yeah, big knee injuries.
Yeah. When he first joined the club, I thought it was fantastic, right? Have you noticed a decline in his form because of that? Has he slowed down a bit?
Well, the injuries have kind of catching up with him a little bit. He's still a good defender. I mean, his pace is deserted him. He's not as good as he once was. Yeah. And a lot of people have been linked to him because he's done a really good job. But this is the thing with Eddie Howe. I almost feel like he's gonna have to rebuild. But how do you rebuild a situation when every single summer people come and take in your best players? So they've just lost Isak at the start of this season, right? For a lot of money. It looks like next season potentially that Tonali might go. So that's another hole. Grimares has always been linked to other clubs. It's how do you keep rebuilding if people
There'll always be that club, Newcastle, right? There's only a few clubs. I don't mean that disrespect. There's only a few clubs in the Premier League that aren't selling clubs, right? Like Arsenal aren't now a selling club. Man City aren't. I don't think Manchester United are, right?
Well, you sell a few.
You know what I mean? Like the big heads. I don't think Chelsea are. If you're one of these clubs, you're not really going to look for a move, right?
No.
Who have I missed out? I mentioned Liverpool. Have I missed out anyone? Villa, you'll go, right? Yeah. Villa, you'll go.
I think, Villa, because Villa are having a really good season, right? And they are a big club, right? But there are players that are willing to leave there to go to a Man City or a Liverpool. That just happens. So I know what you're saying with Newcastle, that they've almost got to be in the Champions League every single season, and even then, players will still leave to go to the bigger clubs.
Yeah, like Isak.
Yeah. So you're right. They probably are still a selling club, but I still thought some of the recruitment was good. But I think Eddie Howe's doing a great job. And yes, as I just spoke about there, they're currently sitting on 36 points. If they win on Saturday and results go their way, then go up to 8th. So, I mean, if they were to finish 8th, and do you know what I mean? That's still a good season considering the amount of games we've got to play and the size of the squad.
Yeah. With a better manager, I don't mean that disrespectfully, I'm a big fan of Eddie Howe. With a better manager, how much more could you do with this squad? I don't think that much more.
No, I don't think there's a better manager suited for this scenario.
That's a great call.
I really don't. I think you can bring in all, and I know people are going to say, yeah, the Peps and all that. I understand that, but Pep's never had to be in a scenario like this.
No, he's more of a checkbook manager, right?
I wouldn't even say yes. All top clubs.
Well, he is.
Well, no, all top clubs spend money.
That's right. So I didn't say it's a bad thing.
No, but I wouldn't say. I'd say because he's an unbelievable coach because he turns players into world beaters.
I know, but then you get someone like James Trafford, and all of a sudden Donnarumma comes about. Go buy him.
Yeah.
I haven't got a problem with that.
Yeah,
my club does that all the time. It's not a problem at all.
There's an element to that, but I don't think you'll find a player, a manager, that can get the best out of what Eddie Howe's doing, because even with the squad that he's got, think about what he's done with some of the players, like Joe Linton's one, a prime example. He was almost, when he was playing under, I think Steve Bruce was playing at centre forward, he was almost like a laughing stock. People going, he's only got 2 goals, although he was never a centre forward. Eddie Howe coached him, put him in midfield. I think he won their Player of the Year a couple of times, I know he certainly won it once, and he turned unbelievable. So I think he's done a great job, and I think he's turning these players into very, very good players.
That game, live on talkSPORT, as I mentioned, we'll have team news in our show. You can have your say if you want, 03717223344. 6:30, we'll be talking to Adrian Durham about a busy night of football. We've also got a little nod towards Arsenal, courtesy of Martin Keown, coming up in 15 minutes. You need to stick around for that.
I don't.
You do. And when we come back, we'll be gearing up to an event that's just round the corner. It's called the World Cup when we come back.
Adrian, good morning. Good morning, Adrian.
Good morning, both of you. I've been listening to the show, terrific show this morning, and I don't know how I do it either, but come on, I'm nowhere near your level of mileage.
I'm not sure, mate. I'm not sure. I think it's a close run thing. Adrian, ask the question. Now, I mean, are Manchester United actually quite good?
They weren't particularly good last night, I've got to say. They weren't great to watch. I mean, it wasn't a brilliant game of football, let's face it. Everton were no better, so it wasn't great. But the one moment of magic, the one real bit of quality was the goal. The ball from Cunha is fantastic. The run from Sesko, sensational. Perfectly weighted pass from Mbeumo. And the first time finish was first class. So it was a brilliant goal. And just one brilliant moment, but that's all they needed. Sometimes when you're not playing well and you do that, it's fantastic, and they got the 3 points. For United, it was a bit of a throwback goal, I found. I said this last night on the show. This was, United playing on the counter, winning on the counter, scoring on the counter, and this in certain times in Sir Alex Ferguson's reign, that's exactly what Manchester United did. So it was a throwback. Carrick understands the DNA, so there's a lot of positivity right now. Even if they don't quite get it right, Man United, they still managed to pull it out of the fire. So yeah, all is positive right now.
But Adrian, should we be shocked at what Manchester United are doing? I mean, Mbeumo, 71 million, Sesko, 67 million, Cunha, 63 million, all involved in that goal. That's what they should be doing, shouldn't they, for the money that's been spent on them?
I get up in the evening and I ain't got nothing to say. I come home in the morning.
Drive on talkSPORT, me, Andy Goldstein Darren Bent alongside Still to Come. We'll be looking ahead to all of tonight's European and EFL action. Just quickly, Casemiro could join an MLS club when he leaves Man United at the end of the season. Real Madrid are reportedly monitoring Mickey van der Ven's situation at Spurs. Could be a championship player next season. It's a possibility. Time now for this.
Route 26 drives road to the World Cup.
Yes, our brand new weekly feature, Route 26. Good work, Joe. Drives road to the World Cup, where every Tuesday we'll be building up to the biggest tournament in the world. You can expect huge names and guests and plenty of star-spangled banter along the way. And that's genius. ChatGPT is working overtime this week, lads. Today we're delighted to be joined by a former USA defender and our mate. And let me remind you before I say hello, we are live. Just remember that, Alexi Lalas. How are you, sir?
Good. I learned my lesson last time we were on air together. But you're a beautifully hairy man, my friend. It's wonderful. Wonderful to see you guys and to hear from you guys again. As you mentioned, Route 26. I don't know who came up with that, but that's pretty good. Like you said, stars abound on this segment, and me. But it can only go up from here.
Well, listen, we're delighted that we've got you back on our show, and we're delighted that the World Cup is fast approaching. We're, of course, getting incredibly excited about it every single minute of every day. How is it over there at the moment? Because we're still a few months off it beginning. Is everyone getting excited, or is it still a bit quiet?
Well, I think from a sports perspective, last couple of days have revolved around the Olympics and obviously our men's hockey team and what they did. So there's a lot of hoopla. But I think what's interesting is the way that is being viewed and the lens that is being viewed through relative to what is to come this summer. And I know there's a little apples and oranges to, with Olympic hockey versus the World Cup. But I also think the reaction that you're seeing over here in terms of people that aren't even necessarily into hockey coming into the tent, being excited and celebrating the country and obviously celebrating winning. I think that can be on-offing for this U.S. team and for America in general in terms of the hosting this summer.
What's the expectations then for USA? Because to be fair, it's safe to say your last 5 games at international level, you've won 4 out of 5. I know it was a while ago, your last international, but that's really good form, beating Uruguay 5-1. What should the expectations be for the USA?
All right, a little reminder here when it comes to the World Cup. Obviously, 48 teams, 104 games. U.S. is in Group D. United States with Paraguay, Australia, and then a team to be named later. It could be Turkey. You don't know who it's going to be. Obviously, these games coming up in March are important to fill out those final 6 places. From a U.S. perspective, though, we were with Mauricio Pochettino in D.C., where I'm coming to you actually from now for the draw. And he was on our set, and I turned to him and I said, "Listen, I think this. I don't want to use the word easy, but if I look at this group relative to previous groups in the World Cup, I will take this group all day long. Doesn't mean they can't screw it up, these guys with Mauricio Pochettino, but this is a easier group than I have seen as far as I can remember. And so you should expect that this team not only should come out of the group, but we should expect this team to win this group and then put themselves in a really good position in this new round of 32, playing another team in a knockout game, albeit, but another team that we should beat. And now then we're back to the round of 16 where we've kind of always been, and then you need the soccer gods to smile upon you for that magic. And playing at home, I always say there's nothing better than a World Cup except a home World Cup. And there is some magic that if you harness, I think it can do a lot in terms of propelling you forward, especially for a team like the United States, which isn't at the elite level, but with some magic could do some wonderful things.
Let me ask you, of course, Pochettino is an ex-Tottenham manager, and they're going through the mill at the moment. They've got huge problems, both on and on the pitch. On and off the pitch, I should say. They don't even know if they'll be playing their football in the Premier League next season. But having said all of that, they are heavily linked. They've been linked to Poch quite a few times. But this time I feel a little bit heavier than others about maybe him possibly returning to Tottenham after the World Cup. What's your view? What's the view from American football fans about that? And has he hinted whatsoever that after the World Cup he might stay on or even leave?
Well, I think a lot of us have been under the assumption, and I think fairly so, that this was a short-term hire. Obviously, there wasn't a cycle involved, a year and a half, 2 years at the most here. Didn't have to go through a qualifying process because we are hosting. With the eye to do, like I said, doing something that we haven't seen before. Going to World Cups, we've done that. Winning the groups, by the way, we've done that. Back in 2002, we were arguably a handball away from possibly going to a semifinal of a World Cup. So doing things that we haven't seen before, and with his pedigree, but it should be noted, and plenty of your listeners recognize this, that his success is all relative to club success. And so the international game, we know, is a very, very different type of animal, and it takes an adjustment. But I am much more bullish about this team under Mauricio Pochettino now than I was a year ago. Whatever method, madness there was, I do believe there is a method to it. But I think that once this is done, if it goes great, if it doesn't go great, if it goes great, we'll build statues to him. If it doesn't, he's going to have plenty of offers, like you mentioned, because I think he is sought after, because he is quality, and I think he will go back. We've already heard, a couple weeks ago, he did an interview where he was talking about his goals relative to winning Champions League and winning another winning a EPL title, and how that would happen. So I think this is short term, and that's okay. If we get the best out of him, then we will send him on his merry way.
How was he viewed in America? Because the reason I asked that question is because the English manager now is German, and certainly there was a little bit of uproar when he got the job because they were saying it should be an Englishman. Now, Pochettino is obviously Argentinian, but the last non-USA manager was Jurgen Klinsmann back in 2011. So how was that viewed in America?
Yeah, I think it was looked at as we're going to try to, again, harness something from outside that we haven't been able to manufacture inside. And I know there's a little bit of insecurity when it comes to who we are as a soccer nation and everything like that. But I also think that he has done a lot to kind of win people over in this sense. There is a ruthlessness to him. It's wonderful. I love it. He doesn't suffer fools. I think he has come in and recognized that in order for this team to be good, it's not about the best players. It's about the best collection of players. He'll often talk about speaking of hockey, the movie Miracle. And he really, took it to heart in the old Herb Brooks, who was our coach for the U.S. team back in 1980 that won the World Cup, who recognized that it was about the collective. It wasn't about the individual pieces. And so Mauricio Pochettino, I don't think he cares where you play, how much money you make, who your girlfriend is, how famous you are, anything like that. He wants to know that you're going to do the job, and that job entails that type of ruthlessness that maybe is innate in many Argentinian types of players, but he wants to instill that, and I think it's important to instill that in this team, because as good as they are, and this might be a really, really good generation, without that ruthlessness, there's no way that they're going to do things.
Just a quick word. We can't talk about football over there without mentioning Leo Messi. He's yet to 100% commit to this summer's tournament with Argentina. I'm sure he will. Do you think MLS football is good preparation for him, or do you think he'd prefer to be playing at a bit of a higher level?
No, I don't think that it disqualifies him from, producing. But let's be honest. When was the last time, the 60s, last time somebody repeated? And so it's difficult regardless of where you're playing. Now, he is one of the greatest players ever to play the game, playing for one of the best teams in the world, and playing now in his new backyard. So it's going to be fun to see it regardless. I do think that he will be there, and he has the way, like great players, to conjure up magic. And it's going to be fun seeing him and Argentina defend their World Cup here, because there's a lot of people, including your England team, as much as it hurts me to say, that are licking their chops for this summer.
We always lick our chops. Lexi, thanks so much for coming on. A real pleasure, and the first of many chats between now and the start of the World Cup. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
There you go, Lexi Lalas. It's interesting when you start talking about the World Cup, because we don't mention it at all yet. Rightly so, it's miles away. But all of a sudden you go, oh, it's only a few months.
Ain't that far away.
I know. Are we allowed to say we're going yet? Can we say that? Producer Joe says, yes, we can say drive time will be going to the World Cup. Me and you will be going over there, Producer Joe. Lexi Lalas, by the way, you can hear more of him on Fox Sports as well. And we'll be over there in America.
Joe, you laugh, right?
Go on, what makes you laugh, D?
When you say to Joe, are we allowed to say that we're going there yet? Because even if Joe said no...
I know, but that's the joke, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like too late, it's out there. Joe knows that.
Yeah, but imagine you're going to get Joe in trouble without asking
him. It wouldn't have. Joe, do you mind me asking that question that we're going to drive? We're going to the World Cup, we drive? Too late now. That's right, you said it. You're going, aren't you? You're going. Flights are booked. Joe's going. You're going. I'm going. Jack takes to no Googling with you. Joe, do you want to come? Jack, Robert, do you want to come with us? No. You got other things to do, haven't you? Right. Oh, no, it's August. Still to come, we'll be looking ahead to all of tonight's European and EFL action. And Adrian Durham's joining us in just a moment. Arsenal fans, you must stick around for that.
Arsenal fans, listen.
A little salute to Martin Keown.
I have nothing to do with this.
A little salute to Martin Keown coming up in just a moment. But before all of that, it's time for no Googling. We want to know who's the oldest player to ever play in the knockout stages of the Champions League.
We've had that.
We haven't. By the way, someone's put the answer, but not the age. Can you add the age to the answer? Who's the oldest player ever to play in the knockout stages of the Champions League? That's coming up. The answer to that in a moment. And a salute to Martin Keown right after this. You may have seen it on social media, but I, like quite a few of you out there, actually woke up this morning to the sound of a big old baby crying.
It was very interesting. The likes of Goldstein and people on these channels, other channels, diving in, ridiculing, loving it when other people don't do well. That's too far.
No, that's not true.
It is true.
That's not true. I mean,
100%
that's not true. I'm not going to defend Andy Goldstein because it's not in my interest or I have any...
Andy, play this later. But people, if you want to be a good presenter and you want to go to the next level, don't take fun from other people losing their demise.
I'm not sure you need to lecture people about how they conduct themselves, Martin. But the fact is that you do that. You have no objectivity. So the reasons why you catch shrapnel is because you lack objectivity. If you are very subjective about situations, you become very defensive of it. No one's got any agenda against Arsenal. Nobody in this studio.
Well, that's where you're wrong. That's naive. Who's naive now? I was talking about somebody who works on this for this network, who for me takes fun.
So basically, your problem was with Andy Goldstein.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Well, anyway, your manager.
Right. I'll put my glasses on so I can read. Firstly, Keown, it's Mr. Goldstein to you, moaning. Martin Keown moaning like he's been bitten on the backside by Win the Dog. Let me just remind you, Martin Keown, Arsenal just beat the worst Spurs team ever, and you're screaming about it. A few days ago, you drew with bottom-place Wolves, and the so-called invincible Martin Keown...
Cricket balls are red, baseballs are white, American footballs are brown, and tennis balls are yellow. We don't even think about it, really. But the story behind the tennis ball is actually quite interesting and even involves Sir David Attenborough. I know. Here's the tale. Tennis has its roots in 12th century France when people used to make balls from all sorts. Cork, wool, chalk, animal fur and even human hair. Uniformity was found centuries later when people started making balls out of something called vulcanized rubber, invented in the US. But the balls kept on breaking, so a British lawyer, who also loved tennis, suggested they put a flannel covering on the outside, and thus the tennis ball as we know it was born. One problem, it was either white or black. And when the controller of BBC Two, Sir David Attenborough, decided Wimbledon would be shown in colour on the BBC in 1967, no one could actually see the balls on telly. So the International Tennis Federation went away and created a new colour called optic yellow, which would show up without the need for a 4K LED display. Not that anyone had that in the 1960s, of course. Since then, all tennis balls have been covered in that material and have their trademark colour for that exact reason. Amateur tennis players and dogs worldwide are forever grateful. You could say the ITF aced it.
One of the greatest tunes ever.
I mean, that's a big shout, that.
Yeah, it is. Turn it up.
Who is it?
Mark Knopfler. Along the Tower. Great tune.
There must be some kind of way. They've even one of the greatest tunes ever. That's big, that.
Oh, mate, if you know Mark Knopfler, you know music. Wonderful. Before the break, I asked the question, who's the oldest player ever to play in the knockout stages of the Champions League?
I think it's the goalkeeper.
It is a goalkeeper for Chelsea against Atletico Madrid in 2014.
Schwarzer.
Mark Schwarzer. But annoyingly, no one's written his age. Well done, everyone. Follow us at 7, the GOAT Adrian Domo's kick-off. He takes you around the grounds with all the goals as they go in from the Champions League and the EFL. Meanwhile, he says, over on talkSPORT 2, you can hear Middlesbrough against Leicester in the Championship. Team news for that one is in. Let's speak to the one and only Ian Danter, who can tell us more. Dance, good evening.
Evening to you, gentlemen. 3 changes for Middlesbrough, still in second place in the Championship. They can get back within 3 points of Coventry with a win tonight, but they drew 0-0 here against Oxford United on Saturday. The changes see Ayling, Brown and McGree recalled. Strelec, Fry and Sarmiento drop out of the starting lineup. For Leicester, in the bottom 3, a win could take them out of the drop zone if other results go their way, specifically West Brom's game with Charlton. They make 2 changes from Gary Rowett's first game in charge, which was a 2-2 draw at Stoke. Thomas comes in for Christensen, who's injured, and Decordova-Reid is back from suspension. He takes the place of Monga in midfield. Mickey Gray's alongside me tonight. We're live at 7:45 on talkSPORT 2 for a big old game with plenty at stake in the Championship. Middlesbrough against Leicester City.
Textbook as always. Thanks for that, Dance. A reminder to bring you team news from the rest of tonight's Championship action later on talkSPORT. And don't forget, of course, that one is live on talkSPORT 2 tonight at 7:45. In fact, we can look ahead to all of the rest of those games as we're joined by the GOAT that is Adrian Durham. Aid?
Good evening, Andy. Good evening, Darren. How you both doing?
Well, good. Last time we spoke to you, I can't remember where you were, but you wwere freezing. Where was that?
Cool, I can't remember that. Well, you're right, it was absolutely
Only
frozen.
Fools and Horses in the back. Was it Wolves, Molineux? There you go.
Yes, that's exactly right. Yeah. By the way, I heard the Milner interview earlier. Fantastic stuff.
Oh,
that was
man.
really good fun, yeah.
He was great. That's very kind of you.
Hey, let me ask a question, Dave. Is he a Premier League legend?
Well, it's got to be having broken that record.
Yeah, I think so.
And actually, given the clubs he's played for and what he's won, I think so. Yeah. I think it's being harsh to say he isn't. Can anybody make a case for him not being? Really?
I think he is.
No, he is a superstar. You're right. If you break a record like that and you've won Premier Leagues, etc., you have to be. I
think we still need to fully respect Gareth Barry though, because he played far more minutes than James Milner. So I think that balance that out a little bit. He's got the record, Milner. You can't take it away from him, and deserves credit for it. But Gareth Barry, a lot of minutes going on there.
Right, let's start with a team that have got, I'm guessing, a lot of minutes for their fringe players tonight. Yeah. That's Newcastle. They're 6-1 up from the first leg against Qarabağ. Although Bentley predicted Qarabağ to win that game. I'm not quite sure how they managed to lose by such a huge scoreline. What sort of team do you expect Eddie Howe to put out tonight?
Yeah, me and Harmy were just talking about this, and we think that there will be some fringe players. But I also think there's some players who might consider themselves first team, but actually they really need to get their seasons kick-started. I'm talking specifically about someone like Anthony Elanga, who I don't think... I mean, it actually shocked me when I remembered that he cost £55 million. I mean, it absolutely blows my mind that that's the price tag for Anthony Elanga. But let's see some return on that money that Newcastle invested. So I think somebody like him really needs to play tonight. So we'll find out the team news shortly. So I think you're right. There might be a couple of youngsters in there. There might be fringe players. There'll be players like Lewis Hall who probably won't be risked, I don't think. But with injuries, there's only so much he can do. And imagine if he puts out a fringe side and they're 2 down in 5 minutes. Suddenly it gets a little bit nervy, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, I still think Newcastle should win that comfortably, even going 2-0 down. But you mentioned him there, Aid, Lewis Hall. Do you think he's got a chance of not just only being on the plane for England, but starting?
Every time I watch him, I just think, wow, what a player. And I think he should be England's starting left-back. I mean, listen, Nico O'Reilly's been brilliant at left-back, but he isn't a left-back. I think he will go to the World Cup, but he may be used in different positions off the bench as well. I think, for me, Lewis Hall is the best one. People are talking about Luke Shaw. Come on now. You know, I think when we've got a player like Lewis Hall, let's put him in the England team. Let's just hope he stays fit, because I think he's way better than we all realise. He's just so good. The only problem he's had is his injuries have hampered his career so far. So long may he stay fit.
The people that you're alluding to about Luke Shaw would be sitting right next to me, Goldstein.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we all know. Yeah, but what a goal last night, by the way. It was a terrible game, but what a great goal that was.
Unbelievable goal.
Superb, yeah.
Let's talk about a big old night of Championship football. Middlesbrough, can they go level on points with Coventry at the top? They've got Leicester tonight. How do you see that one going?
Well, if you look at the table, it says that Middlesbrough should beat Leicester because Middlesbrough are top 2, Leicester are bottom 3. However, Gary Rowett's going to make Leicester hard to beat, so he will shut up shop, basically, and Middlesbrough couldn't put a goal past Oxford on Saturday, and Oxford are below Leicester in the table. So, I mean, the stats from Saturday's game, Middlesbrough 0, Oxford 0, are ridiculous. They had 75% of the ball, Borough, 24 shots on goal, and they had 54 touches in the Oxford box and still couldn't score. So maybe a few problems in front of goal for them, but if Leicester really do put up a brick wall, it could be a problem for Middlesbrough tonight. So that one is fascinating. But yeah, 8 Championship games tonight affecting all parts of the table. And when I tell you that between 6th and 16th in the Championship table, there's just 7 points. That tells you how many teams will feel they've got a realistic chance of making the playoffs.
Nuts. Now, Aid, before I let you go, I know you went on breakfast this morning. You were talking about Martin Keown. You suggested that me and him should settle our beef in the ring.
Absolutely.
I'd love to. I'd pay for that.
You'd have to. It wouldn't be free. What do you make of it, Wade?
I think that, Keown's gone for you, isn't he? I mean, he's put you in his sights and he's gone for you. Yeah, I mean, I just think it's a bit of a strange one from him, but I don't see what you've done wrong. I said on breakfast, I don't see what you've done wrong. When the team at the top of the table are 2-0 up away to a team that's bottom of one once, and they give up that lead with a shambolic second-half performance, what are you meant to do? Just politely applaud and say, well done, Arsenal? I mean, I don't know what he was getting at, really. That there may be an agenda, but here's the reality for Martin Keown, and we all know this, right? Unless you're an Arsenal fan, nobody wants Arsenal to win the league. That's the reality. Nobody likes Arteta. Nobody likes Gabriel.
I do.
They all, I'm talking beyond Arsenal fans. Nobody likes these people. Nobody wants them to have success because they're cheaty and they're a bit nasty. And
you have to be careful because Martin Keown clearly doesn't like anyone taking the mick out of his side. In fact, you had a feature, of course, famously back in the day about Arsenal, didn't you?
We did, yeah.
Tell me more about that.
Well, we had a feature in our meetings. It ended up most shows we were talking about Arsenal because they were trying to win the league and they couldn't. And I had said on air it's going to be a long, long time till they're back at the top table. And this is about, 2007, 8, something like that?
Yeah.
And what do you know? Here we are, and they still haven't won the league. So I was actually right, and the Arsenal fans, the Gooners, couldn't handle it at all. So we thought, do you know what? They're always moaning that we're talking about Arsenal all the time. Let's have a daily feature.
Okay. Well, listen, it's historic. And on the back of that, we've come up with our own version of that.
Yeah, stop saying we. There's no we about it.
If it's okay, I've got your blessing. Is that right, Aid?
100%. I'm all for this, yeah.
All right. Well, I'll let you go. Have a lovely evening tonight.
I can't wait. Honestly, I'm so looking forward to it, Andy. Thank you for bringing it back.
It's Alfie. Thanks for allowing us to bring back
Honestly, we're losing
a brand new feature because it's time now for this.
Keown's Corner.
If you want to be a good presenter and you want to go to the next level, don't take fun from other people losing their demise.
Your problem was with Andy Goldstein.
Oh, 100%, yeah. He's having a giggle.
Yes, this is our brand new feature, pays homage to the great Daily Arsenal. It's Keown's Corner. This is where we discuss Arsenal for the main man, Martin Keown, who doesn't like me talking about Arsenal or, of course, having fun.
Well, listen, right
now,
I don't like you.
We're going to do both now, all right?
No.
So welcome, everyone, to a brand new feature, Keown's Corner. Benty, a huge win for Arteta as he decided to bounce back.
Listen, I'm not talking about Arsenal now.
To winning ways against rival Spurs.
No, we've done that. We've done it.
How important was that win for Arsenal?
I'm not talking.
Well, you have to. You're paid by talkSPORT to
give a footballing opinion.
To go on strike now, in which case they're bringing.
I thought Everton last night against Manchester United played really well.
This is Keown's Corner.
No.
We're doing it because, listen, Martin Keown's got a problem that we always poo-poo Arsenal. So, in homage to that, in homage to the Daily Arsenal, we're talking about Arsenal, seriously. So you have to talk seriously about it. Otherwise, you're part of the problem.
No.
I don't want you to be part of the problem.
Listen,
I'm the problem.
When Man United will finish like 5th, 6th bottom, I don't remember no Daily Man United.
Well, this is not Daily Man United. In fact, it was Man United daily.
What on?
No, it was. Ten Hag was getting slaughtered. Then it was.
Yeah, but rightly so.
You've got Chelsea, a big game at the weekend. How are you going to deal with that, by the way? Because your old man's a Chelsea fan.
Yeah, he's yeah.
How do you deal with that?
No, we just. We just deal with it. We have conversations about it. It's you're getting slaughtered here, by the way.
Well, I don't read the text.
No,
so keep sending them in.
I
think they're 50-bit text.
About the song. But
I know it wasn't Mark
people
Knopfler.
are losing their minds here. Jimi Hendrix.
It's a big game. Do you know what? That is a big test for you because Man City have got Leeds.
Yeah, Leeds unbeaten under the lights at Ellen Road the last 24 games or something like that.
That is a tough game, right?
Yeah. I think Arsenal can go there and get a result. Chelsea.
What's the result? A win?
Potentially, yeah. Because
no, I know potentially because it's not happened yet.
Yeah, I think potentially because I think with Chelsea, on their day, they can beat anyone and play against anyone in the world.
But that's a big test, right? You come through that and it's all of a sudden it's like, oh.
Yeah. If we can get the other side with a win, then that's, of course, it's huge. But every result now is massive.
Where's it at the bridge?
Yeah. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, is it the bridge?
I think it is the bridge.
I think it's at
Joe, is
the
it
Emirates.
the bridge? Is it the bridge, that game?
No, it's at the bridge. I'm sure it's at the bridge.
They're looking now. It's at Arsenal, I've just been told.
Do you know what? I suddenly thought, in my head, I thought, hold on, it's at Arsenal. Yeah, is it? We drew with them in 10 men. Reece James was unbelievable.
Oh, yes, of course, yeah. Played in the middle of the park, didn't he?
Yeah, at the Emirates, Arsenal. If ever there was a chance, it's now.
Yeah.
But then you lot come and scored, cut the worldies. But no, it's a game.
Yeah, but we've got that in us. I don't know if Chelsea, I mean...
They've got Palmer.
Yeah, but I know he's been okay of late.
Oh, man, look at you turn on your boy.
No, I'm not turning on my boy. He's still a legend. Oh, imagine if...
Legend? He's legend.
Imagine if we come back Monday and he scored an hat-trick against you. Oh.
Yes,
Opta, get this, Opta gives Arsenal an 83.67% chance of winning the league this season. You that confident?
To a point, yeah. You're never going to get me to sit here and go, yeah, I'm fully confident we're going to win it because I'm nervous. Our performances of late have told us that I'm nervous. But the result against Tottenham, which is what I always thought Arsenal would win that quite comfortably because a derby is like no other game. Like the feel's different. It's almost got that cup final vibe to it. Whatever derby you're playing, so it's almost like you can park your league form to one side because it means more. Does that make sense? Because it's a derby. Yeah. So, but it's a big game.
What was the score? We'll talk about it in more detail when we get closer. But how do you see you get
2-1 maybe Arsenal?
Yeah,
yeah.
That'd be amazing. Doesn't matter.
You know, I've got to thank Jason Cunley. He's outside actually. He's done me a big favour.
Go on.
No, I'll discuss that with Jason.
Oh right, okay. If that's right. Jack, you ready for the music going back out the same? I think it's such a Can we do that? Is that all right? There you go, courtesy of Martin's Meltdown. Oh, Martin's Meltdown would have been even better.
You're playing with fire.
That was Keown's Corner.
Keown's Corner.
If you want to be a good presenter and you want to go to the next level, don't take fun from other people losing their demise.
Your problem was with Andy Goldstein.
Oh, 100%, yeah. He's having a giggle.
My blood will forever run through the storm.
What if they finish 20 points behind second?
Oh, well, then that's different. But
Well, that's what I'm saying.
yeah, but you know they've had unbelievable run if they finish third
I
and they
think-
lose the last 4 games.
That's what I mean. All of a sudden, Villa could fall off a cliff. Chelsea could. Liverpool could.
honestly,
No, look, if you don't like the answer, don't ask the question. I think that conversation needs to be a place because depends who comes available, right? Depends who comes available in that. We don't know what might happen. I'm just saying.
Let's go to Bob. He's a Man United fan. Bob.
All right, Blob.
All right, boys.
All right, mate.
I normally come on here bashing United, and this is music to talkSPORT's ears.
What do you mean?
Right, Sesko, what a player. No one's talking about this. He's Ruud van Nistelrooy in the making. And I tell you what's going to happen. You know, like when Ronaldo come back to United and Cavani give the number 7 shirt back over, well, Mason Mount is going to hand-deliver that number 7 to Sesko. Now, I find it insulting that before I come on, there was a presenter saying a £200 million goal. If Manchester City scored a goal or Arsenal, money wouldn't be mentioned. So that's an insult.
No, I don't think
Anyway.
it is. No. I think it's no. I think it's a good point worth making because all 3 of those players were signed in the summer and they've all underperformed really. But that pass from Cunha into Mbuemo and into Sesko, that was a brilliantly executed and taken goal. I don't know where you're getting all touchy.
I don't know. Mbumo's played great all season. Yeah. Sesko had a bit of a slow start, right? And now I'm seeing what can be made. The one-on-one with the goalkeeper, Ruud van Nistelrooy would have put that up to bed.
Keown's corner's going down well, isn't it? The listener loves it. You have my word that we'll only do Keown's corner until Arsenal win the Prem. So that will be going for years and years. Follow us at 7 Adrian Domo's kick-off as he takes you around the grounds with all the goals as they go in from the Champions League and EFL. One of those games sees Newcastle take on Qarabağ. Teams are in. Steve Hammy Armisen, the legend that is, has all the details. Harmy?
Evening, Andy. Evening, Darren. Yeah, Newcastle have made, Eddie Howe's made 7 changes from the Manchester City game. Adrian just spoke a bit earlier about wanting to see the likes of Anthony Elanga. Well, he's not in the starting 11. Kieran Trippier, Nick Woltemade, Sandro Tonali and Dan Burn are the only 4 that remain from the Man City game. Newcastle lineup where Ramsdale is in goal with Trippier, Botman's back, Burn. A first start for Alex Murphy at left back. Tonali, Woltemade, Joe Linton comes back into the side with the front 3 of Jacob Murphy. Will Asula will be put through the middle and Harvey Barnes on the left. Newcastle might play a 4-4-2 with Murphy and Barnes on either side with Joe Linton and Tonali as holding midfield players with Woltemade either around Asula or just off Sula in the number 10 position. But Newcastle have made 7 changes. Qarabağ have made 2 changes. Husanov has come back into centre back, and Bolt, who came on after 22 minutes in the disaster first half for Qarabağ in that first leg, he starts. So they haven't had a game at the weekend. So to put what happened right from the first leg is going to be here at St James's Park tonight. But Newcastle 7 changes, and Eddie Howe is still going strong, even though he's 6-1 up.
Cheers, Harmy. One more Billy has joined us in the studio. Very much so.
That is brilliant.
Tune. Evening.
How are you?
Yeah, great.
No one cares. Honestly, no one cares. People stop me on the SKs go, why do you even care about it? I don't. And they're good.
Yeah, were you responsible for that jingle we just heard?
Which one was that?
You know what it was.
Keown's Corner?
Yeah. Was you responsible for that?
Keown's Corner! Well done. No, well done. Yeah, of course he is.
Bottle it. Was it you?
Ben Fletcher was involved.
Oh, look at him throw Fletcher under the bus.
Good work, Bill. Good work. What are we doing today?
We were joined by, what was his name? Millsy.
Oh, yeah, Millsy. Jamo.
James Milner earlier.
Yeah.
So,
Millie.
Obviously more appearances in the Premier League than anyone.
Yeah.
World record. So I've got some world record questions.
I don't know if it's a world record. It's Premier League record.
Guinness World Record.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he said that at the very start of the interview.
Yeah, but it's not world, is it? It's not the most appearances of anyone ever in the world of football ever.
In the world of Premier League football.
Well, that's not world, is it? It's like the World Series of baseball. It's not really the world, is it? It's just America.
Well, no, it's because what they mean by the World Series.
Get on with it!
The players come from all over the world to play baseball, so it is the World Series effectively.
It's not.
Yeah, but it is.
It's not.
Anyway, we've got questions about world
knowledge.
Oh, okay, you're on.
Knowledge.
It's not really knowledge.
Andy, do you want to go first?
Yes.
Yeah, let him go first, Bill. How's your legs?
Andy, what's the world record for watching the most films at the cinema in 1 year?
Okay.
Do you want some options?
No. 3,010.
777.
Is that all it is? 2 a day? That's rubbish.
Yeah, people got
cinema every day.
That's rubbish.
They don't bring out that many movies.
That's rubbish record, that is.
Yeah, people got to go to work and
Did you
stuff.
beat that?
Yeah, I'm going to start tonight. Go to cinema.
Benny, what's the world record for the most straws stuffed into a mouth?
I know that.
Do you
do you know what?
407.
No.
650.
That's hard to swallow. That's good. Thanks. I'll try and make a pun up for everyone, shall I?
Andy.
Yep.
What's the world record for the most balls juggled at once?
Whoa. What?
Most balls juggled at once. As in?
You know what balls juggling at once means?
Do you want some options?
No. What I want, Billy, is none of your concern. I would say 3's obvious. 17.
13.
All right.
Wrong again. Brilliant.
I don't really know where I'm going with this.
No, I don't have a clue either.
15 catches with 13 balls.
How's that?
Just caught it 15 times.
How's that?
Bill, come on.
Yeah, go on, carry on, Bill.
Benny, what's the world record for the most push-ups in 24 hours?
Oh, I'm going to go.
I know that.
3,700.
Wrong. Andy?
Brilliant. Well done, Bill.
No, pass it on.
46,001.
46,000?
By Charles Ciravizio in 1993.
Good morning, this is Extra Time on talkSPORT.
What are you just pressing random buttons, you lunatic? What's the matter with you? Jeez, Jack.
Andy, what's the world record for the most Big Macs eaten in a lifetime?
In a lifetime?
He's still going as well, so...
Yeah, I know what lifetime means.
Yeah.
Give me some options, Bill, yeah.
5,000, 15,000, 35,000.
Got to be the big one, 35,000.
Yes. He hit 35,000 last year, so probably on like 36,000
That's
now.
hard to swallow, isn't it?
Didn't you already do that one?
Yeah.
So why are you ad-libbing? Just get with it.
1 or 2 Big Macs every day since 1972. Donald Gorsk.
Do you know what? I haven't had a Big Mac for ages. I might have one. They're unbelievable.
Unbelievable sandwich.
Unbelievable.
Remember the Big Mac? Big Mac. Was it that double?
Double Big Mac. Is it a sandwich? Because it is effectively 2 bits of bread with meat in the middle. Is a Big Mac a sandwich?
No, it's a burger. Burger, one more?
The last one.
Both of you.
us.
I'd like my one last.
No, we haven't got time.
World record for the most keepy-ups in a row. Closest wins.
64,000.
You went way off. More than that. 505,000.
Idiot.
25,500.
You absolute plum.
Well, no, I did it. So.
Yeah, but I wasn't counting.
Yeah.
Billy, get out.
All right.
Make sure you come back tomorrow. Make sure you lot come back tomorrow, 4 o'clock, more the same. Live football. Oh, tuning off. Live football coming your way. Stay with talkSPORT. Download 21 minutes to go. Be safe, everyone.
I've
Be
downloaded
safe.
that.
Good.
And that's when you can find a way to make decisions, because ultimately you're seeing the best version of Michael Carrick, you're seeing the best version of Man United against what you've seen before. And the previous caller was right. It makes other people look poor.
But what you do have with Michael Carrick is you have a frame of reference, don't you, Liam, who's just phoned us? And the frame of reference is the fact that, hey, he's doing very well at the moment, coming into a difficult situation. He has managed a club in Middlesbrough in the league before, but also he knows what it's like to play in Manchester United's greatest teams. He's been part of that. He knows what it's like to win the Champions League wearing that red shirt, to walk down that tunnel and onto that pitch. He understands that weight of expectation that comes with being the Manchester United boss, Liam.